It's taking forever, chief.
Welcome to Talk the Kēki. Not in Iran. Osashiku.
Konnichiwa!
Minasan, konnichiwa.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hurricane edition of Talk the Kēki. We promise there is no locker room altercations.
No, we
This
saved
time
those
we're-
for the chat.
Real glass! Cry
Hey.
me a river.
That was a great line when he first laid it on. When he first said
I know,
it,
but he
fucking
should
died.
have shut the fuck up.
I died laughing when he said it. I knew exactly.
I know,
what he
but it
saying.
was Wembley, not the times.
Still, you know, yeah, it would have been fine if he would have said some shit. But like, yo, to bull up thinking like you're actually gonna take on Punk, really, guy? No, it's not gonna
That's what I
happen.
said. I would have just laughed at his fucking face. Just let him run his mouth. Just laugh at him. Like, what are you gonna do?
Basically.
Like, you are half my size.
Basically.
So anyway, I'm Matt. To join me, Ethan, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah, we
Hurricane
are.
was gonna do a lot more than what it did, but it didn't. So here we are recording.
Yeah, we are recording today. He didn't get the lights out in the hurricane.
Yeah, I was gonna go yesterday, but I had a fantasy draft, so that didn't happen.
Yep, and it stopped raining for now here in the month and a half, almost 2 months long rains.
I didn't realize you live in Seattle now.
Yeah, apparently he decided to switch.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you know, here we are now.
Here we are.
But yeah, we got like we got some doubles since we're doing Wednesday, and we did
Yes,
Tuesday
sir.
last week.
Yes, sir.
No Gene of AI, no Rent's a Girlfriend.
Thank God.
Yeah,
I like
so
Gene
that
of
helps.
Grant, not so much.
Yeah.
You know, I saw you in the chat earlier. I was in the middle of a meeting. I couldn't answer, but I saw the thing when I was excited about one of your news about girlfriend that you'll be reading momentarily. And he's like, I don't understand how you like Rent the Girlfriend, or you like girlfriend, but you don't like Rag.
Yeah.
And I agree.
That's what I thought you was me. I was like, dude, like there's actual progress in girlfriend.
Yeah,
Rag
now it is not a fucking bitch.
Oh, and Rag is just it's up and down,
basically.
And it just pauses. That's why I got annoyed with manga wise. Yo, Chris, how you doing? Welcome.
Our one fan.
Yeah, and our
4 viewers. We have 4 fans. Now 3.
Yep. He's like, nah, fuck you.
Oh, they're from, I just realized they're from my thing too. They're from my Facebook.
Yeah,
Hi, fans. Whoever thine are.
Yes.
Whoever thine are.
Whoever thine are. Yeah.
Yokozo minasama.
Right. Okay, let's get to a couple of news real quick.
Sure, why not?
Naruto has been delayed.
Boo.
Yep. So we're not gonna get the big 3 playing airing at the same time. So yeah, they delayed it to improve the quality, even though 3 of them is recaps and the one is new original.
Are you serious?
That's why I've been hearing. Yeah, they're hour long, and yeah, the first one, maybe 1 or 2, is Naruto. The other one's Shippuden, and then a new episode.
Interesting.
Ridiculous, but you know what? We'll probably still watch it, or just wait.
All those bullshit fans that want nostalgia because Boruto sucks. I want the old Naruto. I want the old Naruto who still loves Sakura. Pussies.
Fuck that one.
Best girl right here. Best girl right here.
That's right. Hinata.
Yes, the name of my cat.
Yes. All right. Manga Hi Gakura. It's getting a TV anime in 2024. Spin-off manga for Toilet Bound Hanako-kun is getting a TV short anime for fall 23. It's a 4-episode. Yeah, it'll be 4 episodes. I'm not sure about time length.
Speaking of spin-offs, that reminds me, I need to watch fucking Gun Gale, the spin-off from Sword Art.
Oh, for the new season, right?
Yeah. Is that Sword Art, by the way? Is Sword Art one of your newses?
No, actually.
Oh.
What happened to Sword Art?
So it's Sword Art Online. They just announced that they're gonna have like a feature presentation aired like on Crunchyroll. I believe sometime in the next couple of days, if I recall correctly. It's either in the next couple of days or next month around this time, like this time next month. It's a brand new story, basically, from the creator of Sword Art Online, which is quite fascinating. And it has to do with like singing, so it's like something similar to how the movie was, if I recall correctly.
Right.
May not exactly be that, but let me see if I can find it really quick, and I'll read it out loud. Probably have to go back a couple days at this stage. I'm going to page 3. Right on cue. Full dive. Sword Art Online Full Dive feature-length event to stream on Crunchyroll. Program mixes anime, concert footage, and an original story by Kawahara Reiki in regards to that. So is a special feature-length film that celebrates the anime's 10th anniversary with a blend of orchestral performances, animation, and more. It is coming to Crunchyroll. It has an original story by Sword Art Online creator Reiki Kawahara, and at its core, and you'll be able to stream it on August the 29th. So as of yesterday, as we record, it is in subtitles for English, French, German, Italian, Russian, Arabic, Latin American, Spanish, Brazilian, Portuguese, and will air in North, Central, South America, Europe, Oceania, and the Middle East. What is CIS? I don't know what CIS is. And India.
I don't know.
So that's something that I'm very curious in taking a look at. Anyway, sorry to steal your thunder, but
no, you're okay. No. Again, I'm almost done. So
there we go.
Dahlia in Bloom, crafting a fresh start with magical tools, is getting a TV anime. Let's see. Crowdfunding for Hamidashi Creative Anime exceeds 100 million yen.
Isn't that what what's his dick got?
Which one?
What's his name? Kazuya. He got 118 million, or he got 1 point. No, we got 1 point something million, right? Was it?
Hold on. It's going to be chapter 16 and a half. Okay.
What are you talking about? For Sword Art?
Probably. But yeah, this Hamidashi series, 12 episode short for the visual novel Hamidashi Creative. Each episode will have a broadcast time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Quicker than some people's sex lives.
Yep.
Longer than most people's sex lives is what I should say.
Yep. But they've reached 113 million yen for this project, so $778,000.
Is that enough?
Well, they're doing 2.5 minutes for 12 episodes, so yeah, I'm gonna assume so.
Well, it depends on how they overwork them. It's probably why.
What studio is making it actually?
Independent.
Yep. There's no there's not say a Hayabusa Film and Frontier Engine. Hayabusa Film only had one series made, and there was also a animated short series.
Naruhodo.
Yep. So it's like they're doing this again. So good luck to them for that.
Gambare.
That looks like that is it for the news.
And a hurricane just happened to pass Florida, you know.
Hurricane passed Florida. You're alive. You're fine.
Yep.
Cry me a river.
CM Punk is still punching people in the face, you know.
Okay, I wish he punched him.
They would have probably been fired, honestly, if he would have punched him.
Oh, that's why just choke. You know what? Just choke him out. Calm the baby down. Call his mom. Tell him, hey, put your kid on a leash.
You know, it would have been great if Larry would have bit him in the ass.
No, Larry wasn't there.
I don't know.
Also, how do you not tell Punk, like, hey, sorry, how do you not have people picking up Punk at the airport?
Well, they said nobody did, so.
I know, in general.
Although I think that's a bold-faced lie, because when I watch BTE, unless they like pre-called ahead of time, the elite were like in a car service. It didn't look like a taxi. It looked like they were in like a car service, like some sort of van of some description. Okay. So maybe the EVPs got picked up, but maybe not the rest of the roster.
Is what? Should we pick him up? No, he's fine. It'll be hilarious.
Well, like I said, if they didn't do it for anybody in particular, then that is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but if it's just him, then what the fuck?
Well, you've seen all the rumors of the fucking the guy who's like one of the travel bookers liking anti-punk tweets.
Oh yeah, so I wouldn't put it past me then.
It
Like,
wouldn't
hey,
put
don't
it
pick
past
him up.
Basically, like, I conveniently forgot.
Like, whoops, no.
Oh, I thought
But
he wasn't
not a fake number.
Yeah, and then a fake number on top of that. It
Yeah.
sounds a little fishy.
Yeah,
Fishy fish. Little fishy fish.
And of course, they suspend both for the children.
I mean, yeah, at this point, it's hard to not say Punk isn't a child, even though he was in.
Like I said, everyone's to blame at this point. The whole locker room's a circus. It's sad.
Indeed. And that's today's Wrestling Soapbox with Matt and Ethan.
Yep. But yeah, Tony needs to be a boss. People need to shut the fuck up and grow up. And the best need to actually step in.
Sono tori desu.
All right. Let's get to the reviews because we are 12 minutes in. Let's get to it.
I gotta remember what I gotta review. Tis the question. Monogatari and then Dreaming Boy, I believe, are my doubles because I didn't watch them last week, right? As we recorded on Monday.
Did we record Monday?
I think we recorded last Monday and I didn't watch those.
Okay. I'm inclined to believe you. That's right. We didn't talk about. I don't think we talked about glasses last week.
No, we did not. No,
okay,
that's our double. Is that our double?
Yeah.
Joy.
We'll do that one first.
Indeed. I guess we'll go rom-com hour first then.
Yeah. Before main event.
Monogatari. That's the thing that sucks sometimes about like being behind, like being ahead or being like on schedule, is that you forget shit. So it's like,
I know that's
like, all right,
that's a lot of our shit. I know.
So episode 20 should be a brief recap. So episode 20 of Monogatari was actually really good. Basically, we see Hyoma after the revelation of the traditional the Bureau of Traditional Music being the turncoats against him. We basically see Hyoma versus Sumabiki, which is the old lady, as well as the pink paper umbrella. And so there's a good battle that happens, and he basically almost dies while protecting Botan. Like, one of the attacks, like, literally like cuts off, like, I guess his, like, what's on the left side? Your liver, I think. The liver? Yeah. Anyway, his liver's gone. He's got a whole chunk of his fucking thing like missing, and he's bleeding out, but he manages to use the like little paper. I forget what they called now. The son of a bitch. The little paper things that you use, like the tags or whatever. He uses that and patches himself up from that front. So that happens. Meanwhile, Katamori is facing against the other big dude from the Bureau of Traditional Music, and Fukie, a little tiny guy that plays the flute. He's facing against the other Katamori squad members in general. And so each of them receive assistance though from like Tsubaki, who's like kind of aware of things. Tsubaki basically sends some like special grade Tsukumogami to go help the squad legions, and she actually removes the tag. What's it called? The seal. So it removes the seal from the Katamori Castle, which is the compound, because the compound itself is basically a giant like fortress of a Tsukumogami, and so it manages to like help attack in this instance. Later on, you find out basically that doesn't matter. But in any case, she shows up basically as they're gonna basically go after Hyoma, and it's basically Tsubaki versus Sumambiki and the pink paper umbrella, and she's having the time of her life. She's having an orgasmic time, just beating the shit out of these two Tsukumogami. She's really fucking powerful for what it is. And she's just enjoying the time of her life. And the episode ends with her taking a chunk out of both of them basically to end the episode. So the next episode comes into play, and the battle still is going on. And basically they kind of what's it called? They go back and forth after a little bit. But basically, as they're getting close in the battle, we see Tsubaki start to get tired. Because she can go, but she can only go for like, you know, a certain stretch of time. Eventually she starts to get tired. Hyoma's still protecting Botan, and as they're gonna go in for the kill, they get withdrawn back. And basically everybody regroups. So all three members of the Bureau of Traditional Music, as well as all four paper umbrellas. And so this tells us, with the two other members of the Traditional Music Bureau coming in, that they defeated both Katamori as well as the workers for Katamori. So we don't see them. It's just automatically assumed they got beat. And then the 4 paper umbrellas all show up in one. We get their names. I didn't get any of them because it went pretty fast, and I don't really care. So it's just easy to call them pink, green, blue, and I think tan is the other one. Big tan. But in any case, so basically the battle becomes Hyoma and Tsubaki versus all of them. So it's basically just an attack. Fukie basically uses his flute in order to tie Tsubaki down. Tsubaki, not Tsubaki, Botan. They told Botan, run, we'll make an escape. If we die, we die, but fuck it, as long as you're good. But she can't because she's tied down by like these invisible things. And as we mentioned, Tsubaki and Hyoma are just getting beat the fuck up, like 5-on-1, basically 4-on-1. It's just ass whooping. And we see basically Hyoma kind of like have this feeling because he smells the specific paper umbrella that killed his sister and brother. And we can safely assume it's the blue one because the blue one's the only one that's not attacking. And on top of that, like you can see the blue within the flashbacks. But instead of being consumed by rage, he realizes like, no, my job isn't to get revenge right now. My job is to protect Botan for the sake of the world. Because again, as we mentioned, she's the delicate one that has like the whatever they call it, the Maracebo or whatever. Right. And she's a human. And so we find out that as they're about to battle, as the battle commences, Sumembiki is basically saying that we want to cause chaos. We want the seal inside of Botan to break. We wanted to see you guys die, so that seal breaks, and basically it causes a chasm between like the world of the dead and the world of the living, and then everybody's out in the open, and may the best people rule, basically is what they're going for. So as Botan basically is stuck, we see the pink paper umbrella crawl behind her in a really creepy fashion. And she's like, aren't you sad seeing these 2 people die to protect you? Doesn't this remind you of somebody else that died to protect you? And we get another flashback back to when Botan was like 5, I think, and she was abducted and somebody protected her only for her to die. And basically this breaks Botan and the seal shatters, and the episode ends with her just about to unleash the Maracebo that's inside of her. So really solid, if I do say so myself. Moving on. Give me a moment to pull it up. Dreaming Boy is a realist. This has become really mid. If I wasn't so deep in, I would have like dropped it. But when you get to that certain point, you're like, well, fuck, I'm sticking out. I'm sticking this out, I guess. I'm gonna have to deal with it. So episode 8 of Dreaming Boy is a realist was okay. Basically, the show focuses on a new part-time employee, Ichinose, who's the quietest girl in Sajo's class. She's very timid and very like quiet, and Sajo gets annoyed because of it and just kind of like lashes out, like saying like, oh, you're not good for the job, like you're not really like that, like you should just quit, da 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 da. And she basically ends up making him cry. I'm sorry, he makes her cry. He makes her cry. And so he's like, oh, fuck, I didn't mean to make her cry. Like, I don't want to be a dick. So he asks Kei and Aika for advice, just various advice, and it helps from that front. The next day, she's in better spirits. He apologizes, and they sit down and basically, let me back up. She is in better spirits and she does better at her job because after being lambasted, she basically goes on YouTube that night and looks up customer service. And she's all like serious about the customer service aspect of everything. And so from there, we see them sit down during their lunch, and we get the conversation that basically the reason why she wants a job in the first place is because she wants to be more independent and she wants to break away from her older brother. Her older brother got a girlfriend, and she doesn't like change. She loved being like the person that was closest to her older brother. Like, and we basically, if you can put 2 and 2 together, she's got a brother complex. She loves her brother a little too much. And brother so complex. She basically breaks when she gets home from school one day, and she notices there's another pair of shoes at the doorway. So she runs up to her older brother's room. She busts open the door, and what does she find, Matt?
I don't watch it.
Her brother and his girlfriend making out on the bed, and it just destroys her, right? And so she's like, I'm gonna get a job to get over my brother. End episode. The following episode basically continues to see them for the most part, just continue to interact and stuff like that. Mina continues to do well. As I said, Mina is Ichinose's first name, so we'll call her Mina. Mina continues to do well. And Sajo and with Sajo, and they basically become a really solid Kohai senpai, like, relationship. Nothing too crazy or whatever. She even meets Sasaki, the middle schooler, and because they both love books and they hit it off. Even though Mina's still shy and nervous because Sasaki's just very outgoing. But regardless, they hit it off. As they leave the shop for the day, Mina's older brother comes over and was like, I finally found you. You swore mom to secrecy. You didn't tell me where you were working, but I found you. Let's have a conversation. And you see Mina just like hide behind Sajo, and she's like scared and stuff. And Sajo's like, hey, there's a cafe next door. Like, it has private rooms. Let's have a conversation there. So they go over to have a conversation, and they're soon joined by Mina's older brother's girlfriend. Her name is Yuri. And they sit down and they apologize. And Yuri's like, I didn't mean to take your spot. I wasn't trying to do anything, with that or by that. And, we apologize. We want you to come home. We want you to, you could be with your brother. I want to get to know you more. You don't have to work, we know your character. Working doesn't fit your character. But Sajo, comes to the day basically and was like, hey, she's doing really well with her job. She's getting the hang of it. She wants to become more independent. Like, you should let her do that. And so they kind of accept things for what they are and they leave, and nothing's really had from that. Basically, the two of them, though, Mina and Sajo, are sitting there, and Mina thanks Sajo for basically like stepping up and helping her. And Sajo's like, it's no big deal. Like, it's not my business because it's not my family, and different people's families are different. But I just feel like you've been working so hard to achieve something that you want. It would be a waste to not see your hard work come to fruition in some sort of like definitive conclusion. Because if you would just quit, you're not going to get anything from that. So there's no point in that. And she begins to cry again. And, he's like, no, don't cry, bitch. Da, 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 da. Whatever. The episode ends, though, with Aika returning to school, because we mentioned that her and this other boy who likes Aika, coincidentally named Sasaki. I have a feeling that that's Sasaki, the middle schooler, her older brother. But it's not confirmed yet. But in any case, Sasaki and Aika, they end up back in class for the orientation. Sasaki's gained a little bit more muscle. He's been out in the sun the whole summer. He's been running, so he's got a tan too. And Aika notices, but just in a friendly way, nothing crazy. And so basically, the episode ends with them kind of like having like this awkward exchange in the class as they're together. As he's like staring at Aika, Aika's like, okay, just trying to play it cool, and that's about it. So, meh. Is
that it for you?
No, it's not. I got one more. Reign of Seven Spellblades. Reign of Seven Spellblades. I love Reign of Seven Spellblades. I can't tell you enough. I really can't tell you enough, Matt, how much I love Reign of Seven Spellblades.
Right.
Seriously. But no, this episode 8, was really, really solid. The episode specifically focuses on the character that we saw in the after credit from the previous week. We find out he's a first year by the last name of Rossi. So he's just Mr. Rossi. But in any case, he's obsessed.
Mr. Rossi.
He's got a first name, but in the show, like a lot of the people, like informally, like instead of saying like Sasaki or Rossi, they'll be like Mr. Rossi, Miss McFarlane, Mr.
They call him Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, Mr. Tibbs, Miss, whatever the fuck. They put the Miss or the Mr. in front of it. So we'll call him Rossi because that's his last name. So Rossi, we find out throughout the episode, is kind of obsessed with finding out who's the best person of the class. And the front runner right now is Nanao. So he basically coerces as many people as he can to kind of sign up for this like unofficial intergrade tournament in the school, where basically they'll have mock duels. They have magic, so that way like they use real swords, but they use magic to make sure that it's not lethal. So there's only you can do whatever you want, blah blah blah, whatever. The person with the most wins in the duels is considered like the grand champion of the grade. Right? Simple enough. So some random girl comes over and challenges Nanao immediately once everybody accepts. And Nanao's like, all right, if you want to fight, let's fight. So Nanao, they fight in the courtyard. And basically Nanao isn't good with magic, as we've said in the past. So this girl's like, oh, I just got to stay at an intermediate distance, just use my magic, and all's well that ends well from that front. Right? And so she basically Nanao attacks. She uses her sword to call the magic, and we see Nanao use the unannounced 7th spell blade And basically, as we mentioned in the previous week when I talked about spell blades, she uses the sword as an extension of herself, wraps the magic within the sword, dispels it off to the side, and then is able to attack physically with the sword. So she defeats her 1, 2, 3, all good, everything's good.
Very good.
Pete earlier in the episode got defeated by Mr. Rossi before he decided to pull like the tournament. So Pete goes to his friends and was like, I want to get stronger. And so, Oliver's like, I'll help you. Michela's like, well, he's been doing your style and he sucks. So why don't I help him? And so basically the group kind of comes after discussion to an agreement. Okay, Michela, you can teach him offense. Oliver, you'll teach him defense. And so basically they have a training session, but he looks tired. He's probably still going those body changes because he's a reversey, as I mentioned in the previous episode.
Right.
So he's probably still body changes. Don't know if he's a man or woman this episode. Not of consequence in this instance, but he's like, hey, I'm tired. I'm leaving. I'm out. All right, cool. Oliver gets summoned by his little minion saying that his other minions, who happen to be the student council, want to have a discussion with him. So he heads down through the labyrinth. He goes through the magical mirror in the room of requirement. He goes through the labyrinth and he encounters one of the villains from one of the very first episodes, whose name I'm forgetting. It's an Italian name. I forget the name. But she basically just like, hey, I'm not trying to fight you. Just want to have a conversation. So they have a conversation back and forth. It's awkward. But then she warns him. She's like, hey, things are really changing around the school. If I were you, I'd lay low for the next several months. Just my personal advice. And she walks off, right? She fucks off. Anyway, so he ends up having tea with the two people from the student council, his cousin and then the student council president. They tell him like, hey, this is a secret room basically that we have here, but feel free to use it. You could do training, you could do whatever you want in the room. Just no problem. It's yours. Okay, cool. And they start having a discussion about Nanao. And Oliver's like, like she's really powerful. Like I'm pretty confident she's using an unknown spell blade. I don't know how to describe it. And then he starts talking a little bit about his feelings. He's like, there's something about her that like I'm drawn to her. Like I just, I'm drawn to her and I want to be there for her whenever she needs my help. And he's like, I just don't know like what's going on. And to the average person, you'd be like, oh, you like her. But his the student council president is like, hey, she sounds like a great friend. She sounds like, this is a good thing. Like you need people like this because those are the type of people that are more than likely change the fundamental like principles of your character. And everybody needs someone like that. So basically treat your friend really well and be there for her and let her do what she's going to do to your personality because it'll benefit you in the end. Okay, no problem. Everybody's happy. Sure. Moves on. He's going back to his room and he feels a presence and he's like, Rossi, get your ass out here. I know you're following me. So Rossi wants to have a duel right then and there. So he's like, hey, all right, we'll put the non-lethal spell at 50%. Because he's like, hey, what fun is cutting somebody if you can't see blood? So they're like, all right, fuck it. So they start fighting, and we find out Rossi is a dirty fighter because they have like different sword. There's 3 different sword styles. I forget the names, but there's 3 different sword styles in this show, and Rossi doesn't use any of them. He just fights dirty. So he beats the shit out of Oliver for a while, and Oliver finally gets pissed off. He's got a broken nose, his face is bloody, and he's pissed. And he's like, all right, enough of the bullshit. I'm going to beat you in the next 8 moves. Sure enough, he beats his ass in exactly 8 moves. And he, gives him like a word of advice afterwards, after he gets a little token, because you get a little token when you win. Give him your token. He's like, here's your token. Get the fuck away from me. Right? I lost to the guy who I wanted to beat the most. Fuck. Yeah. It is what it is. But before Oliver goes, he's like, hey, a word of advice. You have talent. Everything that I have, that I am and have become, it's because of people helping me and because I was given some of these talents. You have nurtured your own talent. If I were you, I would master a sword style so you can really hone your craft, because where you are right now, you're about to hit your ceiling and that's it. And so the guy's like, all right, fuck off. Like, not only did I lose, I'm getting a lecture now. Piss off. Fuck you. Right? And he goes on his way. Oliver goes on his way. That's all we see Oliver for the episode. Basically, as Rossi's leaving, he feels a presence and he's like, hey, whoever the fuck is behind me, come out. So there's a guy. I think he's been in the show before. I don't know his name, but he's like, all right, Rossi, I'm gonna kick your ass and I'm not gonna give you jack shit. Like, not only you're gonna lose, basically kind of like sinisterly, like you're probably gonna die from this battle. And the episode ends with them squaring off.
All righty, very good.
Fantastic.
All right, my turn, I guess.
All right.
All right, let's start with Devil's a Part-Timer. We picked up where we left off. Suzuki and Lucifer are they're at the battle, they're at the crime scene, helping out Chiho from this giant demon named Libby Coco. It's a stupid name.
You think?
Yes, and he got mad at Chiho last episode for not pronouncing it right.
Oh, you don't say.
It's Libby Coco, Libby Coco. So that pissed him off. And Suzuki, she fights this demon pretty easily, actually. And before, like the old her, she would just execute the bitch right then and there. And she says no, because basically, not worth killing. You're not much of a threat to kill. If you were a bigger threat, I would have killed you instead of just killing you. So don't do this shit. Leave this earth. But unfortunately, the angel soldiers, they come in and they beat the shit out of Suzuki. Even got to the point where even Lucifer helped out with his defense, and now he's out for the count. He's knocked out. Good job, Lucifer.
10 counts.
Yep, 10 count.
Last man.
And then Libby Coco fights Suzuki again, and he was basically fucking around. He was holding back.
Fuck around, find out.
Yep, and he basically
found out.
Like clawed her, like stabbed, like her, like his long fingernails stabbed her in the chest. It was like, I didn't want to kill you. We just want the thing this girl here is holding. So just give it to us, and then you won't die. Simple, fair trade. And she tells Chiho, like, don't give it. Eventually, Mao gets there with, hold on, what is that?
I still can't believe there's a wrestler named Mao. I think he fights in Dragon Gate. Have you seen him?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Every time I hear Mao, I'm just like, oh, a demon lord in Japan. That's cool.
Yeah, good for him. What is this fucking little girl's name? That does the thing with Alice. That's the same thing Alice does. Acieth.
What?
That's how you spell it. Acieth. Asif.
Ass man. Cause I'm an ass man.
Acid. Her name is Acid now.
Acid?
Yes, Acid.
Okay. Tab. Call her Tab.
Yep. All right, so Mao and Acid's like, I could also turn to the sword like my sister. Let's just bump foreheads.
Mm-hmm.
That way we're connected, and we can do this thing. They do that. She turns into a sword, and Mao has his powers. Like he's like bolt up. He has his demon tail, his demon horn. Gets in, fights Libby Coco off, and beats up the other demons. On the other side, where Aisha and Emby's father are, with the only person that doesn't know what the fuck's going on, the friend, Gabriel shows up. He's back.
Oh.
And basically, no one's there to protect him, so he's like, oh, no, I was looking for this guy, but I'll take his general. Sure, I'll take Aisha back to our homeland, basically. And yeah, and of course, Rika can't do anything because she's a human. Amane from the last season, the one that has territories around certain places.
That's not my Amane.
Yes. No, not that Amane. But basically, he's like, well, I can't kill you because, on a contract to have this place, I can't go after you guys, but take him, but fuck out, don't come back. Gabriel's like, all right, cool, I'll leave, I'm going. You won't see me again. For a little bit.
I'm going to fuck off.
Yep. And then when Aisha woke up, he told Rika, hey, like, before I go, give Mao this message. Then we go back to the other side. Mao makes the other guys retreat, and then Gabriel goes over there now. Looks like he's about to fight. He's like, I have your guys, right? They're coming with me. It's like, you're gonna hurt? Like, no, I gotta hurt him. Do we have a problem?
Do we got a problem?
Do we have a problem?
Do we have an issue?
Yes.
You want to step outside?
You want to go?
What happened? You want a problem too?
Yes. Who are you?
Happened?
You're banned.
You're banned.
Banned from Collision. It's like we're gonna have a war. Like, no, but I think that's what you want. It's like, maybe not now though, but maybe. But yeah, come find me. Gabriel goes back in the portal. Mal goes back with everyone else. Everyone's fine. Even before Gabriel, like, see, look, I undid the damage of an hour ago. There's no blood. Everyone's fine. The people in the school that are like held captive, I erased their memory. That's my gift for you. That's basically, sorry for the inconvenience. We just did that for you. But yeah, Mal gets back to the apartment, and Rika talks about what Aisha said before he got kidnapped to like go to this gate, which is apparently there's a gate. There's like a gate to hell in the museum. It's like hidden with magic. So they're gonna go through there. End of episode, but there was an after credit with Emmy locked up in a room somewhere with Alice, and forgot the fuck's name. Amori, the old man. He says, "Well, basically, just play along with us, and if you do, we won't kill your father. If you do, we are going to kill your father, because we have him. So be a good girl, okay? Okay. Call you when we need you." So now, for the first time, Emmy is freaking out. She's scared. End of episode for that. It's okay. Actually, no, it's pretty good. But, all right.
Hey, real quick. You know that guy that you've been sharing, Trevor Dame? I guess he's been popping up more on Twitter.
Yes.
He put, this week for AEW feels like when you return from a great vacation and now you have a massive pile of chores and issues that have built up. Just try to boost some pretty frosty ticket sales, build a pay-per-view in 4 days, and figure out what Collision is without Punk. Easy. He's good.
Yo, he's good, man. I love that shit.
Some of his other ones are hilarious. It said, I guess these are recaps of it says on so here's what it is. Another one is on Dynamite, Excalibur just plugged a promotion with DraftKings where you can answer questions like who will win the main event of All Out, which seems standard until you realize right now you have no idea what the fuck the main event of All Out is. Is that one. Another one is, I like that Jericho and Sammy had a promo battle about who sucks at wrestling the most, and the line for Jericho that was going too far was him losing a belt at a steakhouse after the match he won.
Oh god, he ain't gonna recover from that one.
Another one, Moxley says, nowadays everybody's got a belt. Is one of those, it's true, but man, maybe you shouldn't call attention to it moments. Well, actually, you probably just shouldn't have so many belts.
Wait, who's this guy again?
Trevor Dame.
Hold on. Do I have him?
You shared a thing from me. I don't follow these guys because I try not to follow the fucking the AEW like dick suckers and the WWE dick suckers and then the AEW haters. I try to limit them, but because I follow wrestling, they pop up on my feed.
So they're all awful, but
they're all awful. That's why I try my very best not to like follow as many as I can.
But it's a circus. It's just a circus.
That's the internet wrestling community. Just a fucking bunch of carny circus motherfuckers.
Yeah, my god, fuck that. But
anyway, sorry for interrupting you. I just thought
you're good. You're good.
I thought you get a kick out of that.
No, I did. That's fucking fantastic. All right, next episode. Altia Riza. So I'm not forgetting this time.
You always forget one. I always got the list up just in case.
I know. Okay. I'm doing okay then. All right.
You're 2 for 2 so far. 2 for 2.
2 for 2. It is now time for the actual final test for Riza to, befriend his daughter. It's a kind of like a race, but scavenger hunt type of thing. They didn't really explain it. Like, what's the time limit or how long it goes? Like a day or two. You gotta find this.
Okay.
But okay, so all right. If you win, you can have my daughter. If not, you can fuck off. So it's Riza, Tao, and Lentz. And on the other side, they finally gonna do shit. Bose and Lumbar. Those two that are like, these people have a life. Those people.
Okay.
And since 2-on-3, basically, it's like, okay, so we'll lend out this guardian. He'll be the third man for this, so that way it's even. 3-on-3. Cool. Do that. Boss's crew, they charge out. They go into the thing. Then Tao's like, what's the rush? Let's just take our time. Who cares? So the three of them go into the forest for a bit. They found some materials. They defeated a couple of monsters. And, they take a break. Because why not? There's no rush or anything. No pressure. They took a break and all this. But it got interrupted because a fucking chipmunk took Rise's sandwich when they were sitting down. So she chased after that, and Tao was looking at a glowing rock. He didn't really read it fully at first, but above it was like a giant claw mark. So okay, so there's a giant bird here. Maybe it guards the place, or who knows what it is. They chase it. They see Bose, Lumbar, and the person knocked out.
Dead.
Like what the fuck happened?
They're dead.
No, they're alive. They're alive.
They're alive.
It was a dragon. A dragon attacked these people.
Always.
That was that giant claw mark on that stone area. They're like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, well, we're gonna have to fight because looks like it wants to kill us.
Not right.
So they hold it off for a bit. It got to the point where that stone cracked, or something dropped on it. It cracked, and the dragon just calmed down, like it had a spell. So the dragon flew away. It doesn't want the smoke.
It does not want the smoke.
Yes, it does not.
It did what Punk should have.
A Punk would have. Like, oh, you want to go? That dragon's all elite. So of course it would.
Speaking of the elite, real quick before I continue, new match announced for All Out. Want to guess?
FTR Bucks against Bullet Club Gold.
I hate you. Move on.
Yeah, thanks, JP.
You're welcome.
I said JP, not you.
You're welcome. Oh, JP, I'm not paying attention to this.
Oh yeah, someone's turning on someone. Someone's walking out in that match.
You think? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. But what you call it? The dragon flies away. They grab the knocked out people. They get tended to medical safety. So they're like, so what happened? Like, oh, dragon, no big deal. It happened. I don't know what to tell you. Like, and Claudia's father is like feeling guilty. Like I sent them there. I didn't know. We didn't scavenge the area. We just said, hey, just go, have fun, basically. All right. So because of this, you passed the test. You brought him back. You can have my daughter. Do with her as you will. But it's of course hanging out. But what you call it? They told Ampel and Lilia the situation, what's going on. So they're going to investigate that, to look for the dragon. But of course, like they told Rise anyway, no adventures for a while till everything's okay.
No fun time for you.
Yes. Riza is at the hospital because she's waiting for them to wake up. So, like, why do you care about him? Like, all you do is just ridicule you guys. Like,
because plot. That's why.
No, it turns out that they used to be friends when they were younger.
So this is where TK gets his friendship storylines from.
Yeah, I swear it's all friendship. All their stories is basically friendship.
All friends wrestling.
Yeah, and then Darby Allin's the guidance counselor. That's all he is. Like he helped out Aaron. He needs to talk to the Elite and Punk. Like, hey guys.
I feel like the Elite and Punk need better help.
Oh yeah, no, they do. They need something. They all need a slap across the face from somebody, someone from the neutral party.
Indeed.
Maybe Tony Khan when he's all coked up.
He needs more than coke, buddy.
You might need some ecstasy.
That makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, moving on. Dark Gathering. All right, we meet the new student, and my spouse thought it was a crossover because the girl's name is and she has stars in her eyes. So
That
no,
would
like wait,
have been wicked.
that would have been cool, but no, this girl's a blonde and she's a Gyaru or whatever you call them.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, so she's kind of like that.
Whore
Like,
type. Love it.
yes.
Yeah.
No, that's what Keitaro said. Like, oh gosh, she's a Gyaru. She did the whole like she trips while being excited. No upskirt, no pantsuit shot, none of that. Calm down, people.
Sad face.
She's 14 for crying out loud, or 16. She's probably 16.
Yo, so some of the signs. I'm sorry if you keep going on Twitter. This one's great. Look in the camera.
I see that one. And the other one was CM Punk, no flips, just fits.
It
just
worked.
fits. Okay.
It works.
They're on a roll with the sides and the remarks to this whole thing.
It's great. It's fucking great.
It's
Sorry, I
fucking
keep interrupting you, but these are just so fucking good.
I don't blame you. It's okay. Keitaro takes Ai to this cafe, basically to help study it and talk and all this. They're okay, let's make the study a fun game. Basically, whoever eats all the food, the loser pays for the bill of this. But to eat, you gotta get a question right. If you get a question wrong, I eat. So of course, I got all the answers wrong. So Keitaro ate that dish. He's full as fuck. The waitress dropped water onto Ai by accident, but Keitaro sees footprints of a ghost. So it's like, so basically, there's a spirit that follows Ai. And then Ai's like, so you see it? It's like, we mean I see it. But then we find out what happened. Ai basically is the ghost of her brother, who basically saved her from death because something was falling to the ground. He pushed her out of the way and he got crushed. So that happened, and of course he thinks that's the ghost of the brother. Then Keitaro's like, you know what? I know someone who could maybe help you if you let me. So this is where we see Ioi. Talks about that there is two spirits following him. One's a brother and one is someone else. So Yaoi gets the brother trapped. Pretty simple, actually. Pretty quickly. Okay, like that's it. Sure. Like, okay, fine. They do that. She goes home. And her sleep paralysis happens again. But before that, in Keitaro's dream, a white figure is talking to Keitaro in his dream. And talks about how Ai is she's my precious. Basically, it may seem like they captured the wrong spirit. Like that was the brother, but they caught the brother, and now Ai's in danger, and this spirit is strangling Ai. You can see the hand marks of her throat being crushed. So Keitaro takes Yaoi there, hey, this is happening. I would and Yaoi sees it too. With the doll that was capturing it, it was going out of control. So they get to her apartment. They were able to stop it, and Yaoi hears the spirit saying, "I was trying to help her from her fate." And the spirit disappears, and Ai's crying. Is like, "Why would my brother try to kill me like that? Like, what's going on?" We're gonna call someone else here. I'm gonna text Aiko because she's gonna come. Then Keitaro's like, "You're not gonna get her. It's 1 a.m. So she texted Aiko. Keitaro is home alone with a girl. Can you come over? Then Aiko fucking teleported. No. He's like, his chastity's a He's like, how did you get here this quick? So she went yandere, but she's gonna kill a bitch.
Of course she will.
She definitely would. And of course, Batch thinks she's an alien.
Uchujin, as they call him in Japanese.
Yeah, mostly because of the smile, but no, it's not an alien. She's just creepy.
She's a weirdo.
She is a yandere.
Weird as fuck.
But they're talking to Ai to calm her down. Then Ai talked about, I'm gonna die in 4 years anyway. And they're like, hold up.
Huh? Nani?
Because apparently she was talking to someone called God. That when she is of age, she would take her for wedding or to kill her. So the white figure Keitaro was talking to was quote unquote God. He's a God spirit.
Not the man god.
No,
Okay.
no, is this? Yeah, Yahweh says this person's a God spirit, and we see the other realm where the God is, and it was this creepy, really fucking creepy visual, like the blood. He's all white with like the only thing black is the eyes and the mouth. Again, you see this devilish smirk, like the blood running down. No, like he had that wide, happy smile, like mouth open type of smile. Yeah, you creepy fucker. But all that happened is like, okay, let's get I out of here. So Keitaro's like, fine, but before that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And he was like, well, hurry up before any weird shit happens. And of course, one of the God's minions is in front of Keitaro. He's like, well, this is happening now, I guess. And episode. I love the creepy visuals. I said that in the chat. Really good stuff with that.
Still not sold.
Well, I was like, we're not convinced you to go back. We gave up on you.
Rip.
Alrighty, Masterful Cat is oppressed again today. This aired today actually from a production issue. Episode 9 is going to be back to normal this Friday.
Ooh, double in a week. How about that?
Yeah, basically. Yukichi, basically he was about to go to the store, and he sees a box, a cat box, like give to a good home. So Yukichi looks at it. It was the little girl Yume, the Saku's manager's niece, the little girl. It's like, what do you mean give to a good home to this little girl? So Yume, she eventually woke up. She's like, like I want to get basically she wanted to give a good home to the cat that was in there, so she was gonna stay with the cat until someone until someone picked it up, because she didn't want to abandon the baby kitten.
Oh.
So that was for that, and Yukichi was trying to get Yume to go home and all this, but Yume couldn't adopt the cat because their apartment or place would not allow pets. Yeah, so. And she was waiting in the cold. She's starting to sneeze a bit. So Yukichi says, "All right, let's go." No, not leaving. So Yukichi's like, "Fine, goddamn it." Basically, cuddles up with the box to keep Yume and the cat warm. Laying down and all this.
Hey, the outcasts are done. How about that? Celebrate. Yes. Celebrate. All right. Anyway.
But
cat in the box. Yeah.
Yep. But Yume and the cat woke up. It's nighttime. Now it's starting to rain. So Yukichi just takes the box up, all right, fuck this. I'm getting you out of the rain.
No.
Yukichi goes back to the apartment to basically they talk to the sweet old lady that's in the apartment complex as Saku and Yukichi. And he's like, "Oh, what a cute kitty." He's like, "Oh, but it's abandoned. We want can you take it?" And the old lady's like, "I would. The apartment does allow one pet, but I'm too old. But I'll text my friends and see who wants a cat." And she's light speed texting the grannies from Rent a Girlfriend, it's cool, it's fine. I can do this text.
Do you want a cat? Do you want a cat?
Yeah, basically. But eventually, one of her friends asked, "Oh yeah, their grandson got married and they want a cat, so I'll hold on to it for them for the time being, and they'll pick it up in a couple of days." So they found a home for the cat. So that's good. So Yukichi takes Yume home, and then Yume gets a little sad. It's like, "Hey, so you think the cat's got to remember me after so long?"
No, useless.
Yep. And then what you call?
Oh, that was literally it.
No.
Oh, I was like, wow, I guessed that. Wow, that was
no. Basically, no, because Yume really was even just for the day, she really bonded with the cat. She's gonna miss the cat.
Cats are bae.
Yeah. So
Cats are superior.
but what you
Superior
call
on
it?
me.
Exactly. So Yume's mom eventually meets up with them, is like, up, and gets Yume back. Like, what are you doing in the rain? Thanks Yukichi for trying to take her home. That was the end of that part. Second part is there's a creeper in the neighborhood.
Creeper.
There's a creeper. So like Yukichi sees this, he sees a sign that the
What type of creeper? Is he like a perverted creeper? Like a voyeur?
like stalks woman.
Okay, he's a voyeur.
Yes.
Okay.
That goes after a woman with like black hair or something like that.
Oh, okay. So he's a prospective serial killer. Got it.
Yep. So Yukichi's freaking out because Saku has black hair and she's not home from work yet. So he goes to the supermarket.
So he can kill her, but no one else can kill her. Just him.
Yes. That's his job.
That's his job. He's the one that's
because he lives with the bitches.
He's gonna take the meat cleaver with the grinding stone.
Yes. Exactly. He talks to the cashier, Rio, basically, well, not talks, but basically goes ashore as she's the normal cashier, and she looks at the stuff that's a whistle and pepper spray. That's what Yukichi buys as like, is Yukichi a girl? It's not, but
no.
I know, male cat. But basically he just getting this for his owner. He's like going back and forth in the apartment. Like it's like 10 p.m. It's 11 p.m. She's not home. He hears police sirens. So he just grabs the frying pan, runs out of the apartment. Like, don't tell me it's her. I'm coming.
That's Puerto Rican as fuck.
Yep. And he hears a girl scream. So now he's really running out. Yep. No, not all fours, like on his hind legs. He's running now.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, but it's not Saku, it's Rio, the grocery store person, and she's having a fight with her ex-boyfriend, and like he's like grabbing her arm, like, no, you ain't leaving. Who the fuck said you could leave? And then fucking Yukichi, he goes in there, frying pan in hand, like, hey, back the fuck up, I will hit you. It's like like we gotta do it. It's a fucking cat. So the guy runs in, and you wanna know who jumps in?
What's it called? Yuichi.
No, Yukichi's there.
No,
the owner, Saku.
Saku, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she comes in, grabs his arm, fucking judo flips him.
Hey, she did something.
Even Yukichi's like, what the fuck? It's like she can do shit.
Aww.
Yeah, she had him pinned down, like about to rip his arm off, and with her other hand, she like takes a picture of the guy. He's like, he says, I'm gonna kill you. He's like, oh, good, you're also recorded. Mm-hmm. So you could either not come here again, don't bother her, don't even be here, or I can take you to the police station right now. He runs away. Rio says the cops are coming to take Yukichi out of here because they're gonna see what the fuck about a giant cat.
That's true.
Yeah, so Saku takes Yukichi. They go back home, and Rio just is now fond of the cats, and she tells the manager, "Oh yeah, I know the cat's name." He's like, "Are you gonna tell me?" He's like, "No, fuck you. That's private."
Oh, down for the dolphins.
And then we get to the final part. It's a flashback again. When Saku picked up Yukichi, we get more of what happened after she took him home. Like when she opened the door.
He ate a bottle of steroids and became that.
No. They don't show that yet. Basically, we go back to where we left off. Like last time we had a flashback, the room was a complete mess. And now Yukichi is in her thoughts like, I should run away. Like, oh, like look at this mess. Like, and she's like trying to look for like stuff to feed her in the fridge. Like, there's nothing in the fridge. Like 3-month expired milk, like a rotten mackerel. And he's like, okay, I'm out of here. Fuck this. He bumps into a box. The box falls on her, but it's about to fall on him. But she like is like in front of it. She like takes the hit of the box. Of course, she's like, I'm going to go to the convenience store. And we'll get you cat food and all this. So before that, Yukichi passed out because he's tired from the cold and all this.
Yep. And
when he wakes up, he sees that she made a little cat home for her out of the boxes, like cut out, like it's empty. It got his own space, has cat food, fresh milk.
Oh.
And he sees that Saku is just sleeping on the floor, like on the hall, like that she has no bed or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's still in her work outfit too. And he's like, why do I have more than her in this apartment? And he sees that Saku woke up, she overslept, and then Yukichi try to figure out how he could repair. She freaks out about a cockroach in the shower, so Yukichi steps on the cockroach. She gets up, she's like, I need to go, like I'll get you stuff later. And then Yukichi's like, you know what? I'm fed. She took care of me. I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna probably do some tidying up. You don't see him do the tidy up. It just that was the end of the episode, actually. Really cute. We got more of the background. Saku did shit.
Right.
And you actually how much Yukichi actually cares about Saku.
Yep.
Like I said, she's useless, but she is a good pet owner.
That's about it.
Yeah, no, that's what matters for Yukichi, honestly. All right, I got 2 more, I believe. Count me.
Fuck. I mean, I've been interrupting you. This would have been done sooner if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. I probably would have been on my main event.
Devil Gathering. Yeah, you got 2 more. You got Murder Farce and your favorite.
Yep, I'll do. You know what? Yeah, I'll do Murder Farce because it's 2 episodes for last week and then today's.
All right.
We picked up where we left off with Suguru fighting with Lupin, and hold on, let me see this other gentleman's name one more time.
Jack the Ripper.
No, he's not. No, he does show up though. He does show up. It's not showing
D's nuts.
No, they're showing the one guy, but it's not the other. The one I need to look for. What? You know what? Whatever. Fuck him. Oh, sorry. I see it. Reynolds. That's from some other group. So Lupin's like, hey, let's just form a truce right now to get rid of Reynolds, and then we'll fight for the diamond. He's like, sure, why not, and all this. So they do work together. They tricked Reynolds to get to a certain spot for something to fall on him. And Lupin and Suguru, they're fighting over the diamond. But this is where we see Jack the Ripper. And then Lupin says, I'm out.
Who's a better Jack the Ripper? This one or the one in Ragnarok?
I love the Ragnarok one. But that's the thing. It's not the real Jack the Ripper either.
No,
because it's in his spin-off manga. The real one's dead. It's an imitator.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an imitator.
I'll take things I didn't expect to hear today for $100, Alex.
Yes. Yeah, so, and we'll get to Jack the Ripper because it cuts to other people. The maid, Shizuku, is fighting Carmilla. And unfortunately, Carmilla's blood got into the maid. And now she's like, fade out. She got the aphrodisiac part of her blood.
So she's horny.
Yes.
All right.
This cold-faced maid is now like he's like trying to control these urges. Carmilla's like, "Oh, you naughty girl." She's like trying to pull her dress down a bit.
Dick. I need dick.
I know it was gonna be a girl-on-girl thing.
I need pussy.
Yes. While that's going on, Crowley is still fighting Sherlock and Watson. Crowley got outsmarted, and Moriarty shows up because he's the one that's the leader of the people here. Alistair, Carmilla,
all of our like animes that we've seen recently.
What?
That says a clusterfuck of all of our animes we've seen recently.
Pretty much, but yeah, he's the one that's the leader of with Crowley, Carmilla, Jack the Ripper, and all this. And you find out Marty was the one that took Aya's body. And he's like, oh yeah, I still have it. I'm not giving it back because we're working on something. Because basically, with her immortality, they want to create a chimera. Like the blood of an Oni, like the immortality of her, like basically different species to make this ultimate creation. So he's like, oh, and don't worry, we got the diamond because Jack the Ripper is going out there right now. So Suguru introduces himself to Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper in this is also an Oni. So they're the same, and they're fighting. They're fighting pretty good. Really nice fight. I love the musical composition for it. Jack gets the upper hand, and he looks at Suguru. Is like, I remember you now. Like because they were part of the same experiment where they were injected with the Oni blood to make them the hybrids. And he's like, and Jack's like, I remember almost all of them died except for one, and Suguru was the one that ran away. He's number 9. So they had that little small interaction for a bit, and then Jack has the diamond. He has the midnight penultimate. So they got what they need. They retreat. And Moriarty talks about the group name. They are known as the Banquets. And we get back to the Maid, who's having this horny episode. She eventually fights her urges and stabs Carmilla with the silver cross. But Carmilla's alive, but it was enough to make her stop. She retreated.
You're tell me she finally fought the urges. She found the corner of a desk.
No, not that. But yeah, Aya, Sherlock, Suguru, all this, they all regroup. And Jack the Ripper goes back to the banquet and tells him how he has this diamond. And then Suguru, when he was talking to him, like, oh yeah, about that. Suguru cut the hole in Jack's pocket when they were fighting. And he was able to have the diamond and had it under his sleeve. So he's like, well, I was always a pickpocketer when I was a kid, so... And Jack the Ripper is pissed off because Suguru outsmarted him like that because he treated him like a joke. He's not a joke. So, but the reason why they need the midnight penultimate because it leads to the destination of where the werewolves are, because that's what Moriarty wants for this experiment. Like he needs a werewolf for this as well. Like there's a vampire, and then we need this. So they put the jewel up in the sun, and it tells them where the werewolf village is. It's in Germany. So Suguru, Aya, and Shizuku, they're going to Germany to find this werewolf village. That was the end of that. That was the end of last week's episode. Great stuff. Now we get to the next one. They're in Germany. They travel there, and they see a doctor running up to them. He said he was looking for Luis, but no luck. But he sees everyone there, and it's like, "Are you the detective? Are you the case user detective that we're looking for?" Good, because this girl's missing. There's a werewolf afoot. So they get to the church where everyone is basically at, and people are assuming each other like someone's a werewolf. Basically, we find out that the werewolf kidnaps a little girl every 4 months as they turn 13, and 2 days later they're found dead.
That's creepy.
It is creepy. It's very creepy. So that now Luis is the next victim. They're trying to figure out like where is he? Where is she? And then Aya, she reveals herself to them, and she wants to look at the room, see what she could find, any clues, stuff like this. And she looks around. She sees blood on the bed, the one window broken. She sees the teeth mark on a book.
That's random.
Yeah. But yeah, she was explaining like, well, whoever did this, they went quietly. Like, how do you know? Because there's no blood by where the broken window is. Just the blood on the bed. Because there was no fight, there was no struggle, just someone went with them. And now they're assuming there's a werewolf among the village.
Oh.
Yep. But we don't know that yet. Also, fuck the maid for throwing Suguru's pillow in this chimney. Because basically she told the maid, like, drop something down here that you don't mind getting dirty. I want to see something. And it was Suguru's pillow. Like, what the fuck? She said nothing important. That's my pillow. It's like, hey, master, tell her to, hey, are you gonna stop this? And then Iris went to her like, good job. Oh, okay. All right, I'll go fuck myself. So they get out for a bit, and there's old man in the village who knows about the werewolf hunt, like he was part of it, and he knows about the small village, about where they are. They talk about, oh yeah, we know about Fang of the Wood or something like that. I forgot the name of it. So yeah, how do you know about that? You need the jewel for that, and they have the jewel still. So and basically, you're gonna tell. And he's like, I'm not telling you where to find. This is what I'm gonna do. I will find the culprit in 2 days. If I find her in 2 days, you take me here. And basically, they got a deal. End episode for that. So this will probably be the last arc for this season, depending on how many episodes we get. Very good stuff. I love the Lupin fandom, all that, the arc, the fights for it, and I also just love the interactions. So I'm definitely looking forward to this arc.
But
definitely,
of course,
that is definitely an underrated series.
but of course,
yes. All right, now we get the link click. It's just a 1 episode thing. We got our answers for basically how did Luguan knew where they were and all this. But before that, Luguan is fighting Red Eyes. Well, basically, with Red Eyes, the power is if she touches you, you're under mind control.
Yeah.
So basically, he's been blocking her grabs because they want Chen Jiaoshi. They don't want Luguan. They want Cheng.
Yeah.
Because Cheng has the power to go back
in time.
Yes. So she was about to grab him, but Luguan put himself up front. She grabbed him. So now Luguan is the one that's in the boat. So Chen's like, what the fuck? Like, why'd you basically sacrifice yourself? So we go to the hideout with Hyunjin, the former detective. He goes to the room where, because Red Eyes and Luguan are back.
Yep.
He sees Luguan tied up.
Yep.
And then he's not happy.
Nope.
He's like, why is he here? He's like, she said I was in a panic. I had to grab someone, but that's not the one I want. I wanted Cheng. And basically, we find out he wants to use Chen's power to go back in time to save his family from being killed. He doesn't say it, but that's what it's hinting at. Like, he says he needs to go back to fix things.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing.
Fine.
For Red Eyes. It's not her. It's the brother. The brother took the wig off as the sister. So basically, it's Li.
Point.
It's Li Tianchen, not Li Tiangji.
Oh god, that would confuse the shit out of me.
Yeah, Tianchen and Tianji. But yeah, Tianchen is the one with the mind control powers. He's the Red Eyes. He was disguised as the sister because they're also looking for his sister because she's missing. And we go back to Cheng Kiao, basically trying to figure out. They went back to Luguan's room to see, but they didn't find anything. In the security cameras, you found out Luguan broke the window. Like, he wasn't kidnapped. He did it himself. So it was a bit of a loop because basically now Cheng knows what happened. Like all that happened. The photo in the phone was about 2 hours. Sorry, 12 hours. That was confusing time. Sorry, hold on. It was 6:42 p.m. in the camera. So basically, Chen went in that photo to see what Luguan saw.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's Lu Guan in this. So basically, he's like trying to figure out like what does he see, like what does he find. So basically, the plan was for that, for like have Lu Guan go to the boat to make it so that Chang didn't get kidnapped. So it was like a little time loop of basically Chang as Lu Guan on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So now Lu Guan, so Chang as Lu Guan has to get there in time, but he fucked up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He made a little noise, and that alarmed one of the security guys. So it was like shit. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead because that was near the end. I'm gonna get to the middle.
Yeah.
Because after they saw the footage and all this, the detective got a call. They said someone found a little girl like locked in an abandoned house, and it's Li Tianji.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and she's an actual mute. So basically, the brother was doing the lie. So there we go for that. So Li Tianji, she's in custody now, and she's not talking and all this. And Kiao Ling, the girl, she's like, you know what? Let me talk to her. Basically, like you're probably exhausted. So she basically went to the convenience store, got her some like a drink and a couple of snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And she talks about, like I have someone like a brother too. It's Chen Jiaoshi. They hung out when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like babies and reminiscent, basically to make Li Tianji like open up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So now she doesn't talk. She starts drawing. She's drawing with a crayon. And she's like, I guess to explain like what happened after the dad got murdered.
Right.
And Detective Li Zhao, he looked at the case file, and it was Kian Jin who had that case, because that was the last case he took before he quit.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he found out about the powers, so he took the brother. So you know what? You come with me. And this is where this plan is slowly going in motion, but we don't know why the daughter was separated from like what happened. Basically, we know the seeds layered for it, but there's still more to unveil. So again, we got some stuff answered. I got more stuff piled up on top of it. It keeps the mystery going for it. We're knowing more about Kian. Like now we know his motive, and now we know how he knows about abilities, stuff like this, stuff with the brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna find out more about. We'll probably see more about those interactions.
Mm-hmm.
And during this, Lu Guan was being tortured by Tianchen, and Jin tells him, "Don't kill him. I need him alive." But unfortunately, he's bleeding out because his stab wound is opening up again.
Mm-hmm.
So all that happened. Of course, the cliffhanger was Chang and Lu Guan's body, and the security guard about to go to the door. So it's like, oh shit. But yeah, end of episode there. Really good stuff again. We are done. Let's go on.
Finally.
Now for the rom-com.
All right.
We'll do this first, and we'll end the rom-com with the main events.
Indeed.
Let's go with Girl I Like Forgot Our Glasses.
More glasses forgetting.
Yep. Do you remember last week's at all or no?
I could just read my review that I wrote. Give me a moment.
Yeah,
the girl I like forgot her glasses. Again. And again. And again. And fucking guess what? Again. Episode 8 of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Okay, cool. It was kind of cute. You want me to just read the whole thing, I guess, for the most part?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, we just get little moments per usual with Komura and Mie, such as like meeting in the rain, little Apple gift card conversation because of the fact that she found one inside of Komura's desk, and Komura's like, "Oh, I only spend $10 a month on gacha games. Like that's it." Talking and basically as he comes out of what's it called, getting another card, he sees Mie in the corner, excuse me, licking a one of those little lollipops or whatever, not lollipop, the frozen pop, and she ends up winning the stick. She notices she wins and she's about to throw it out. He grabs her hand and she's like, "Oh my god!" And they're like, "You won." And she's like, "Oh, you like winning things?" And Komura's like, "Yeah, I like winning things. Here you go, my used pop."
Bet you do.
Yeah, I bet you do. And then other things as well. But there are two big things that happen in the episode. The first one is Mie accidentally calls Komura while she's at a sleepover at her friend's house, and she can't find the toilet. She thought she called her friend who's sleeping in the other room. Instead, she calls Komura. And they end up having like a good back and forth conversation, basically. It's cute. It's late at night. Komura's mom wakes up to pee. He's freaking out, like, I don't want to get caught. Like, we've all been there. High school love, middle school love, kind of cute. Yep. So, that was cool. But yeah, like I said, they continue to have the conversation. Komura actually helps her by telling her, like, "Hey, you can't see. Why don't you turn the flashlight on your phone?" Oh my god, it worked. And so they continue to talk. They even whisper in each other's ears, and they both freak each other out. And it's just really cute from that perspective. Komura makes some jokes and makes her blush and everything, and they say goodnight, and that's that. And so the next, I guess, that following week or whatever, Komura's going after school, and he's going around the back of the school, and he notices that a girl is confessing to Azuma, because Azuma is the whore of the middle school. He gets confessions from everybody, and as he doesn't want to get caught and interrupt their confessional moment, he sees Mie coming around the corner looking for a cat, and she finds the cat. And Komura half the time is just freaking the fuck out about, like, oh my god, like, I need to make sure Mie doesn't interrupt, da 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 da. And she sees Mie playing with the cat, and the cat comes over to Komura, and then he grabs Mie and says shh, and as the confession is happening. So basically pulls her behind the tree. They're really close to each other. The girl ends up confessing to Azuma, and Azuma thanks her but rejects her, saying that there's a girl that he likes already. And we see Komura and Mie are both flustered with what they heard. And then they end up just randomly talking about the cat to end the episode. Simple enough.
Alrighty. The next episode is basically a school trip type for science, right?
Yes.
The boy and girl groups.
Yep.
Who was Komura?
Mm-hmm.
Mie, her two friends, right? Which ones?
I don't fucking care.
Yeah, basically a couple of girls, couple of guys. Split type of thing. Mie, she's not going to forget her glasses this time because the night before, she's like, you know what? I got my spare glasses. Let's go in the backpack. So I know I'm going to forget them.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right, I'm good. We're upset. Everything's fine.
Yep.
We go to the morning. They're waiting for the bus. I stepped on my glasses.
Because she was running late.
Yep, she was running late. They fell off. I accidentally stepped on them. I can't tape it up for some reason. The lens looked fine. Just the frame.
Yep. Just the center of the frame.
Yeah, just put some tape on it. You're good to go.
You look like a nerd.
Doesn't do that.
Okay, it's better than being blind.
Yep. But they go on the bus. She goes to put on the glasses. Like, oh, I brought my spares. It's okay. We're good.
And her friend makes a joke and was like, "Hey, remember that time we went on the last trip and you bought some cute glasses that were fake?"
It turns out those were the fake glasses.
And her real glasses were under her bed.
How in the French fried titty fuck did she not look at them before she put them in the bag?
She's 12.
I see that. But she doesn't tell people.
How the fuck does she not carry spare glasses with her all the time? Is the bigger question.
Komura needs to have a pair at all times.
Basically.
Just, again, have it home, goes to school, puts it on her.
Yep.
Let her go throughout the day. After school, walk her home, take them off, put them in the case, and go home. That's all you got to do.
But Komura, we've established, is a little creepy with the glasses, so he'll probably just be like smelling her hair and shit.
No, he'll probably never sleep again. Like, I'm in your house, Kobaru-kun.
Yeah, you touch me every day and night, don't you? When you put the glasses on and off me.
Yep. So, but still, he needs to do something. And, like, goddamn, or just get laser eye surgery. Jesus Christ. But anyway, she's looking. She wants to be independent. She doesn't want Komura's assistance in this. But Komura sees it's gotten bad. And like, you know what? All right, we're going outside.
Mm-hmm.
No. Basically, checks up on her. Now she takes the glasses off. Now she's upset.
Mm-hmm.
She's upset herself. Not the fact that she keeps forgetting the glasses, but more of how basically she keeps relying on Komura. She doesn't want to. And she's crying a bit. Then Komura talked about, I don't mind helping you. I'd like doing it. It's like, you don't believe that. You're too nice. And he talks about, like, I actually wish you did forget your glasses every day. So I feel helpful to you.
I just want to be used.
Yeah, basically. He's like, I like helping you. I like being around you.
Let me help you too.
Yes. No, they are. Stop it.
Yeah, you got it. It took you a second.
He's 12.
Took you a second.
12, damn it.
Okay.
But yeah, no. She has her hand on top of his. She's calmed down now.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
We're all hunky-dory, peachy keen.
Yep.
Until the next day. She forgot the glasses.
But she decides to be proactive today.
Yeah, instead, she's going to use those one-day contacts.
And they're bumpy.
They're very bumpy, and she already looks like she doesn't have her glasses or nothing. Like, she keeps squinting and all that. Like, she has, like, the little crow's feet.
Bro, she really is going to have wrinkles when she's old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and in her head, she's like, he said he liked doing this for me. Okay. But I'm going to see if he actually means this, so I'll pretend to not have my contacts.
Mm-hmm.
See what he does. But, he still does. And they talk to her bit. He talks about how he actually means it. But he also apologized that how he made it sound. Like, I'm sorry I made it sound creepy. But it's still the same of how I actually like genuinely helping you.
Mm-hmm.
She talks about how she likes having him around too. And she talked about the contacts and how bumpy they are. It's just she's basically going to make an effort to try and use them more. And Komura is like, you don't have to force yourself. Like, if you're uncomfortable, don't force it. And then we go to the next day again. What you call it? May's classmates talks about someone's dating someone. And May's like, so how do you know you like someone type of thing? And I think where she's slowly realizing that she likes Komura.
No, it was in part not quite. Well, yes, and kind of. So basically, she sees the face, and then her friend is like, "That's the face of someone that thinks that that she likes someone." And so she goes over to Komura, asks him a question, and like does something basically. And she's like, "Oh, I want to see your face," and touches his face, and Komura has that like scared, like embarrassed look. And then she's like, "I've seen this face before," and then thinks back to the face that her friend made, and she's like, "Oh." Stops touching his face, runs away, niggeroos. And as she's thinking on the way home, she's like, "Oh, Komura, I guess must think I'm a special girl." And she's like, "That's really good. I'm glad it's the same for both of us." Basically insinuating that she thinks that he's a special guy.
Yeah,
that was cute. That was a cute end.
That was a cute episode.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Let's do Horimiya.
It's all right.
Pervy Senpai is back.
Yes.
Sorry.
Child Yasuda. Predator Senpai.
Yeah, Yasuda. Pedophile Yasuda.
Pedophile?
Pedophile. That's how the UK says it.
Really?
Pedophile. Yes. Pedophile.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. There was a show called IT Crew. They did that. His name was File Peter or Peter File. Like, who's a pedophile?
Yeah.
It's like, no. My name is Peter File. But if you put them together, it's like, no, I know.
Peter.
And at the end of the episode, it's like, we're looking for a File. Peter, I'm Peter File.
Wow.
I'm Peter File.
Wow.
So they're all looking at the girl she was able to like, I'm leaving this relationship. Taxis. But basically, Yasuda Sensei, he gets scolded by Terajima. It's like, oh, if it was girls, you would go there right away, right? Because who was in the office? What was the two guys?
Wait, in the office with the cake?
Before the cake. Like Yasuda was scolding someone, and then that Sensei came in the first time.
Oh, the two people that were locked in the office?
Before that.
No, Sensei was just taking a nap.
I'm saying before that because I know. Oh, he was taking a nap.
Yeah, Sensei was taking a nap, and then there were two girls there, and then they saw him taking a nap. They started playing with his hair, and then they braided it into the ponytail.
Oh, that's right. They did braid it.
Yes, they braided it into
And he didn't see it, and now they're looking at it like, don't ever wear that again. What else happened in this? Like the order.
God damn it! Give me a moment, man. You
because the cake was in the middle.
Yes, man.
And then the two students locked in was after that, and that was that. But
I mean, this was a fairly forgettable episode. That just basically at the end of the day,
it was just a sensei this time.
It's just the sensei. He's a creeper. So basically, just interactions he had with the girls of the class. I think the next order was it when Sengoku and Hori got locked in the
That was the last thing. That was the last thing.
Oh, okay. Well, the next thing was basically after he got braided, he's trying to hold the class and everyone's like laughing at him basically.
That's right. They're all
laughing. They're like, well, why, what the fuck is going on with you guys?
I think Hori.
Yoshikawa. No, yeah, Yoshikawa came in late.
Oh yeah, she came. Like,
and then Yoshikawa looks at his hair and she starts busting out laughing. And Yasuda's like, "Why are you laughing? Like, have you looked in the mirror?" Looks in the mirror, and then everybody starts laughing. And she's like, "What the fuck? Who did this?"
Now he wants to punish them with an open palm spanking.
Yep.
But no, he didn't say that. But yeah. Sensei, he's roaming the halls. He hears something. He hears guys talking, and he took the wrong idea because he's got a dirty mind.
Yep.
So he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's just me or more, and the guys having cake.
Yep.
Did you see what the occasion was for the cake?
They just wanted cake, and it's apparently illegal to have cake in the classroom.
Or a giant cake. I don't know.
They're like, the bigger the better. Literally, they said that.
I know. Yeah, so the Yasuda was like trying to blackmail them, I think. So you should all come to my house. Bring the girls over to my house. And then fucking one of them was like, I'm not giving you a Christmas card anymore.
Yeah, I think it was
Ishikawa.
Ishikawa said that you live close to me, I'm not gonna give you a Christmas card anymore. He's like, I didn't want a Christmas card from you. I wanted it from the girls.
Yes.
With a pinup. That's the gift.
Yes. Then we get to the next thing. Hori and Sengoku, they fell asleep in class.
Yep.
Doors were locked. Sengoku was like, he's like bossing Hori, like call. Hori's like, ask me fucking nicely.
She's
like,
super dumb.
She's like, sorry.
Is that how you talk to your master? No. Come inside.
Yes, exactly. But eventually, it was Yasuda. He unlocked the door. Like, so, what are you guys doing there? Were you guys fooling around? Were you having sex? You got details?
Hori, strip. And then the teacher comes in. Like, perfect. You check Sengoku. First off, it should be the opposite.
Yeah,
Second off,
Terashi was like, you shouldn't be asking them this.
Second off, you shouldn't be asking this in the first place. Have you done this to other girls before?
Yeah, and then he's like, Hori, Sengoku, you're fine. You're free to go.
Go home. I'm gonna have a talk with this sensei. This perverted sensei. Literally, she said this perverted sensei.
Yep. And then we go to the next day. A couple of kids were fighting. Yes, is like, hold on, don't do this. He's like, calm, normal. Looks like I got hypnotized. Like, hey guys, don't fight. It's not nice. It's like saying good morning, everyone, and like he went back to normal the next day. Again, aside from yesterday, it was just okay.
This was one of the worst episodes, if I'm being frank.
Yeah, it dropped down a little more for me.
I know, man. Like, it's really a 3.75.
That might be its max for me, but it has a chance to go lower.
When I go 3.75, I generally go 4, unless like it's just that mid.
On my MIL, it's gonna be a 7 at this point if it keeps up this way.
Yeah,
but hopefully not.
I am not holding hope.
Yeah, I figure like 3, maybe 4 more.
5 more, I think, right?
No, that was 9. So
yeah, 4 more. That goes to 13.
Okay. Alrighty. Tani Senpai.
Another cute episode.
This was good. This was another.
I'm glad you're warming up finally in wintertime in the anime.
Finally, but
hey, better late than never.
I know.
As long as this makes your top 10.
No, it won't. It won't do that.
It makes mine by default since I don't have
it has a chance to be a mention. I will say that it has a chance to
be a mention.
But we got more Yuzuka, so that's always good.
She's an character for me.
She's not bad. I like the interactions with Chihiro, the manager.
I like the interactions more with her brother when she's fucking him up, as you'll get to momentarily.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But was it the cafe with Chihiro and Hayakawa first? And then the sister sees them?
No. The first episode, the beginning of the episode is them. Say hi, Cat. Sorry.
Hi, Cat.
Konnichiwa, minasan.
I saw an episode with you earlier. You're good.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. No, my cat doesn't think I'm useless. My cat definitely thinks I'm a pervert, but
it doesn't have a frying pan over your head when you're sleeping.
Thank God.
Yep, not yet.
He's pissed. He's like, "Would you let me go?"
Let me go already.
I don't want to let you go, little bastard.
Yeah, what was the first part before that?
Chicken wing, chicken.
Because I know that was early.
Popcorn and bologna.
We're trying to go through, damn it.
I know. I just love my cat. No, the first part is them when they're they continue the episode from the previous episode.
Oh, the New Year's thing.
Yeah, where they're at the shrine. And they're just, acting cute, whatever the case may be. Just simple stuff. They even hold hands.
And they cut randomly.
Yep, and that was cute.
Like we didn't see more of their day. That was it.
Yeah, and then from there, the beginning of the episode starts off, and basically it's the new year, and what's it called?
Oh, that's right.
Dude comes in.
Shiori, or was it Shiori? Yeah, she's like it's the new year, but the employee goes to her.
Yeah.
Satoshi.
Yeah, forgetting. God damn it. That's
how I forget. It's the blonde guy.
No, it's not the blonde guy. That comes a little bit afterwards. So. I forgot the fucking main guy's name. Shinozaki. So Shinozaki basically is like, hey, nice to work with you again, and then Katase is like, hey, like I'm looking different. What's going on? And she's like, I got taller. So then she starts quizzing Shinozaki and is like, hey,
he's like, hey,
what's different about me?
Different? It's like shampoo. It's like, no, like if I say that, like, she's gonna think I'm a pervert. But like, it's about my appearance.
And he's like, "Oh my God, did her tits get bigger?"
Yep, that's the one. Thinks about her right away.
Opie.
Yep. I mean, the guy. It is a shirt, but. And now she has something. Now he's like, "Shit, maybe he took it the wrong way."
Yep.
Like, oh, you're a naughty girl.
And he's like, "I give up." And she's like, "I got taller." And then he looks down.
Like,
well, you're wearing boots. It makes sense. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sulk."
Maybe it's like, yep. It's like, yep, maybe 8 inch taller.
Yep. And then we get the blonde senpai that's asking Shinozaki to do a bunch of shit, and was like, "Well, let me ask Katase." And he's like, "Well, you don't have to ask her. Just do it for me real quick. It'll be all good." And so then fucking Katase comes to the rescue and was like, "Yeah, we could do this. We could do this." Basically, like, don't ask my kohai to be doing stuff behind our back.
Yes.
He's got a schedule. Let him follow the schedule. You ask me if you need him for him to help with anything. Da 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 da. Came to his defense, so that was cute. And he ended up fausting it on Hayakawa.
Yep.
And Hayakawa ends up doing the work, and she ends up staying late. And then that's where we see the interaction.
Chihiro, he checks up on her. Her stomach growls.
Yep.
It's like, you didn't eat, did you? So I
Nope.
got a chance to like, well, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're chatting in the cafe.
Yep.
And now we see Utica. And all this, like they're all sitting in the same section. Like, who are you to butt in?
Curious. I don't think I can see the blue moon. Sorry.
Okay. I would say, she sits. Basically, Chihiro is between the two girls. Hayakawa is starting to get the wrong idea.
Yep.
He's like, oh, how about I move? But what you call it? Utica looks as like, oh, that guy, she likes him. She thinks him in the way.
Did you skip the fact that they were talking about romance?
No, that's what they were talking about. I didn't say the romance part.
No, well, yeah, that's kind of critical considering that's how they got close.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so basically they start talking, and then she's like, "Hey, is it weird if I ask you about your romantic life?" And he's like, "No," and he proceeds to say, basically, like, he's been confessed to a bunch of times, and he's dated. It's not like he's never dated, but he's never fallen in love with a woman. Like, he's just, so that's why. And Hayakawa realizes, like, this is why he says earlier in the season, he's like, I love cheering on other people's romances because of the fact that he hasn't found a fulfilling romance in his life. So it makes sense from that perspective. And then, of course, the manager is like, well, that makes me curious about your romantic life. And she's like, no, please tell me about the guys that you've dated. I want to know. And then that's when Yukata comes in.
She sits. They're on the same row.
Yeah.
Hayakawa was like, is she trying to hit on him?
Yep.
It's like, no. Then she's like, she offers to sit away. Then then Yukata is like, oh, I'm butted in. I'm gonna be the third wheel. Like, no, I'll sit over here.
Yep.
But she's like getting closer to Hayakawa. Was like, I can go anytime. And then Chihiro thinks that they're having a secret love thing. So you know what? I'll go here. And they're all like fighting back and forth.
Yep.
It's like, you two away.
Now.
It's like, hi. So that was fucking adorable. But yeah, with Yukata, now this is where she talks to Takemichi.
Oh God.
It's like, you
Shinozaki.
Yes, they're both Shinozaki. But it's like, you get pictures from her. Like, what? So I forgot what it was for. To show
because she keeps thinking about her fluffiness. She's like, she's so fluffy, and she's like doing like the titty grab thing, but it's really to like because of her hair. She's like, it's so fluffy.
I need to. She's a plushie. She's a real life plushie. I need to cuddle her and squeeze her.
Yes. Do that too, sniff.
Yes. What else happened?
So basically, she's like, ask for the picture. So then she's like, no, I'm not gonna ask for a picture. So basically, she grabs Shinozaki's phone and was like, hey, I miss you so much when I'm not in the office with you. Would you please send me a picture so I can look at you whenever I miss you? And that automatically flusters the shit out of Katase. She is absolutely flustered, and she's like, oh, I can take a picture. Let me go take a shower first. So she runs in the shower. Shinozaki's finally grabs his phone.
Yes, like, wait, I was kidding. It was my sister. She's a creep. Don't mind her.
Yeah, and this is after she took the selfie.
Yeah,
and
now she's like, now I want to send it.
Yeah,
and
so then later on, basically we see that she's like, oh, basically, she texts Katase from her phone and was like, oh, saying, it was me that texted, but hey. In exchange for that picture, here's pictures of Shinozaki. Here's Shinozaki eating. Here's him sleeping. Here's him looking at TV. Here's him in the shower. In the shower, he's 3 years old. Creepy.
Yeah, the sister. She's going all in.
Yeah, she's all in on this. Not all out, all in.
No, all out. No, all out's in a few days.
She's Flip Gordon, all in.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's another guy that just disappeared off the face of the planet.
Good.
No, like he's in like the tiniest of indies. I'm waiting for him to show up in my indie at ARW.
Fucking piece of shit.
I still have a Flip Gordon shirt.
I'm sorry.
It was $5.99 on the Ring of Honor site. So I said, okay.
Yeah, like sure, why not? But
hey, it's because it says all in. It says all out, all in, and it's scratched in.
Okay.
So I bought it under that premise, not so much because of Flip Gordon.
So Shiori sends the pictures, and he shows the sister nosebleed, kind of.
Yep.
Is that the end of the episode?
No, the end of the episode, basically, they see each other the next day. They're embarrassed about everything that happened. And so then Senpai basically, or not, sorry, Shinozaki just goes to Senpai and was like, hey, you know what? I do want the picture. And so then Shiori's like, it's embarrassing sending a picture of just myself. So why don't we get a group photo? So they get into the office and everybody starts taking pictures of, together as group photos. And they send it over to Yukata. And Yukata's like, oh, like I feel left out now. Why am I not in this picture? Because you don't work in the same company. That's why. And that's the episode.
Yeah, but now the guy's like, damn it. You rat scallions.
Dude, everybody's like texting me about like, how you holding up? How you holding up? I'm like, dude, nothing happened.
I believe that's it for rom-coms.
Except for our main event.
Yep, except for our main event.
There's no rag.
Let's get to Misfit.
I don't understand what the fuck is happening on Misfit at this stage.
Yeah, I don't know if we should just wait till it's over to talk about the rest.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll be honest too. I didn't really care for much except for the ending.
I mean, he's back to normal.
We get more past shit.
Saves a boy that ends up becoming significant 2,000 years later.
Yeah, basically, Ano says, "Here, I'll give you the rumor of me 2,000 years. Deliver this message."
Yep.
Fuck Amos Devi Hala. Like that happens. We go forward in time. Well, they do. Anos is at like the rest in place of all his comrades. He was like, peace is finally here. I wish you could have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And Misha uses her spell like a nice field of flowers. Say like this is all their emotions. Like they know what we've accomplished, type of thing. Like cheers up Anos.
Yep.
And he actually thanks Misha because like he couldn't have done this without her. That they have never interacted.
Honestly, Misha is so good as like the glue.
Yeah, big time.
They're gonna get together, obviously.
Oh, you heard the mother and father. He has like 100 wives.
Yeah, but this is gonna be like premier S tier wife number 1.
Oh, Misha is. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yep.
She is my type. And a little more of what you call it. Shin trying to open up. Lei told Shin like how to talk to the spirits. Like, hey, like girls like this. Like, at least show you're trying. But we'll eventually find out what happened to Shin during that time. It's just, this is more. I don't care. I feel like this season didn't need to be made.
I feel exactly how I feel the way when I was watching the end of Nier. I just disconnected. When you go that long from when you start a series to finish it, you become disconnected unless the series really like speaks to you. Nier didn't speak to me the way it spoke to you in Starman. This isn't speaking to either of us in that same ideal.
But we will finish it.
Yeah, we're gonna finish it, and it's not gonna make any of our lists. It'll barely get a 3. So it's basically where it's
oh yeah, we did have one finale. We're gonna talk about that now.
Yes, and I did put it in the I put it in the description, sir, because
I forgot to put it in there. Yeah.
I covered you. Don't worry, buddy.
Good. Tonikawa.
Yes, I was disappointed by this ending. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes and no. I was more disappointed in Kaguya. I wanted more from her.
Unless she's going to become a recurring character in the following seasons.
She's in the manga.
So then maybe we'll get more from her.
We will get more of her, but I was like, the intrigue's there. Like she's a smart student. She's like helping out all these people. Like she knows all these things.
There's a tie that it seems between her and Tsukasa. They maybe come from the same place.
Like she
they
knows
have similar
something.
backgrounds. Exactly.
Or she read something about her. But yeah, she definitely knows something.
And there's nothing that's followed up on that.
Yes.
That disappointed me.
Yeah. The other half of this was basically Tsukasa's jealousy. She's like actually realizing, I should say I love you to it more. I don't open up because she's a tsundere. So Kaname, with her charm, said, "Here, this is how you do it. Hey, you, I love you,
boy."
Yep, little thing, lewd. I love you.
And no, she said, "I love you" first, and then she's like,
"I know, take me,
take me."
Yep.
And
like,
the guy,
when you cut it out,
shoots fucking blood out his nostrils. Blood.
Yep. And he's like, "All right, you can go now. Go away. Go away."
Yep. A lot of kissing, though. I will say this episode had a lot of like intimacy, not obviously like boldly sexual.
Yeah, it was from her.
Yeah, like it was a lot of kissing. It was like, wow. I'm waiting for fucking NASA to make the move on the show and do a butt grab, little shitty grab, little shitty grab.
You want him to grab Tsukasa's ass?
I do.
I mean, fair. It is.
Isn't that a natural thing when you're making out with your significant other? You grab some ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just in general when they're walking side by side.
Well, it doesn't have to be that lewd. If hand holding is lewd, you can't God forbid you grab some ass while they're just walking by while they're getting some food.
God forbid.
God forbid.
Yeah, God forbid. But anyways. Yeah, the first half of this was basically Tsukasa trying to open up more.
No, the first half was about
Kaguya. I'm talking about Kaguya.
Oh, there's
then
two
the
halves.
End was the dream.
That's why I say third. I say thirds. This is like
the second half. The second part was Tsukasa open up more. We got the fame of Kaname.
Yep.
Tsukasa and Nasa have a little date. They're walking.
Start making out on the bench after they.
They get the ice cream.
Yep.
And now Tsukasa, she's talking about "I love you." Like she's giving him these multiple kisses.
Yep.
Like happy. Like she's gonna make an effort.
I love that. That was cute.
Yeah. But he's like, it's cool. Like I love you as you. You're still so fucking super cute.
I love the way you smell.
Yes.
I say that. I can't lie. There's something about the feminine smell. It's just like
yeah. And then we get to the third where basically Nasa talks about he had this dream.
Yes.
About like the tale from Princess Kaguya. And like the aftermath, and he sees all like the old buildings like from the stories, but it's like brand new. Like, so what? So because he talked about visiting when he was younger. Like I've been there for a field trip.
Yeah,
but it all looks new.
Yeah,
and he sees Tsukasa
in traditional Japanese wear,
and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And yeah, basically talking like she's talking like they really didn't know each other, type of thing.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going on a great journey, and this will be the last time we see each other, perhaps forever. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I'm going across the sea, no, I'm going to the other side of the world where nobody knows what's out there, so I may not come back. And then he wakes up from the dream and he starts to cry.
Yeah, he doesn't know why, like what's going on here.
And he doesn't see Tsukasa next to him, and so he runs to the bathhouse and yells at Tsukasa. And Tsukasa's like, "Oh, you're
like, darling, you okay? You're crying."
Yeah, and he squeezes her tight.
Yeah, that was really nice. And they had the first season ED in the background.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's one of my favorite ones too. It's like
no.
And yeah, this is and this is my life with Princess Kaguya from years ago. So I like this. I like this better than season 2.
I did too.
I gave it a 4.
I did too.
Yep.
We concur.
Yep, definitely saw a 4. It'll definitely be in our OVAs for the year awards for sure.
Do we have any others besides My Hero? Did My Hero even come out with OVAs? No, not this year.
I gotta look. I think we have some.
Do we?
That's it. I'll go back.
I don't recall having any, but
like I said, I'll look.
We could do what 2023 OVAs. I could do that really quick. Browse anime, genre. Oh no, sorry. Format. OVA year 2023. We haven't seen the what's it called? Snafu one that came out, but we haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, we don't have it yet.
We don't have it yet. Inukai-san's dog is coming out pretty soon, I think, too.
Yeah,
That's
I got Totally Bound Hana Cocoon when that comes out.
Well, they don't count. They don't consider this an OVA by definition because
it says ONA. I know.
ONA. So if we go ONA, ONA, Ragnarok's considered that. House Husbands consider that. Baki's considered that. Tonikawa, Ragnarok again. Oh no, I'm in 2023. We haven't seen Oku yet. That's something on both our lists at some point. So it's Bastard.
ONAs. Yeah, they count the ones that are like released all at once as ONA.
Yeah, at Netflix.
But it's still,
I've got nothing.
We still consider
I've got.
Like I said, OVA. I called it OVA because it's just 4 episodes. Or
yeah, no, it makes sense.
Special.
I've got absolutely nothing except this. So this so far is gonna win by default, unless I see the Snafu OVA.
Yeah. That's some other specials that we don't know of. I got the Hanukkah one, which is gonna be 4 episodes. So
I got Naruto. I do have Naruto. That's right. We have Naruto.
We do have Naruto. Yep. So that's another one.
Yeah.
But we'll try to find some later. But let's go on to the next node in of AI. Let's go with Kenshin.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, solid episode. The aftermath of what happened with Jin'ei. What you call it? Kara wakes up, sees Yahiko. Oh, where's Kenshin and Sanosuke? Oh, they went gambling.
They're dead. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like they're fucking dead, basically. She's assuming that they're gonna lose all their clothes. So, before that, Yako's like, stop treating him like a pet, and then she just imagines holding the leash.
Yep.
And he's a bit like, woof, woof, that it is.
That goes on
like that. Yeah, but it's like, she's like blush. She's like, shut up. But Sanosuke takes Kenshin to the thing where he's gambling. Like, hey, so what do you think this is going to be? Odd, even? Like, what's the dice?
Mm-hmm.
Basically using his instincts.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this is illegal. Like, you're gambling, right? Like, it's illegal. No, like, it's just friends. Like, we're all friends. Just do this once in a while to basically have fun type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry about that shit. Helps Sanosuke win. A couple of times, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's another reason he brought him, basically to get him out of the house and basically get him to talk, like check up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the Batosai last night, almost killed someone.
Yep.
And he couldn't get much out of him. But Sanosuke asked his friends, like, hey, where's this other guy? Like, he died. Like, you didn't hear? It's like, what happened? Like, opium. He OD'd on opium.
Mm.
And while that's happening, a girl, Megami, she's getting chased by somebody from the family. She goes into the gambling house. People got hurt. But Kenshin was able to chase people away.
Mm-hmm.
They check on Megami. Basically, says she doesn't want to be tied to this family.
Mm-hmm.
If you let me escape, I'll reward you.
Mm-hmm.
And like by reward, you mean drugs, right? Because opium fell out of her sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, like that's opium. That's how our friend died. So it's like, all right, fine. But Sanosuke's like, no, why should we? This is really shady. Why should we trust you? But Kenshin's a nice guy.
Of course.
They go back to the house, and now what you call it? Karu, she's like thinking the worst. Maybe they're naked. Like maybe they lost their clothes. So she imagines Kenshin in a loincloth. But they're back. They're fully clothed, and Karu sees the girl there. It's like, you brought a hooker home?
Yeah, that was funny.
Say, what the hell? And then Megumi just latches on to Kenshin. And then Kaoru's like, oh, really? That, huh? And then Kenshin's like, fuck. So she kicks everyone out. Like, get out, get out, get out.
You whores, get out of my house.
Yep, so Kaoru, Sanosuke, and Kenshin are kicked out of the dojo. Don't come back. Now they talk to Kaoru about more of this. Like, why? Like why do you want to leave? And yeah, basically they're fucked up people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, can you get? And of course, this is where Kenshin actually says yes. They go into town, basically observing people, and they do see a group of people. One of them was, what you call it, Shinomori, like the bigger guy with the blue hair.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Do we remember the guy's name that was basically married to this person?
Not a clue.
Hold on. Uramura? No.
I don't really keep up with the names in Kenshin, to be frank.
No. But basically a group of baddies, it's the family. And they sees this tall guy. He's like, he's the one we gotta watch out for. And basically it's who's gonna draw first blood first.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the end or
I'm trying to think. I can't think of it.
I think it was nighttime, they were back at the place, and then Sanosuke was telling Kaoru, like, hey, don't worry about Kenshin. He's not like that. He's just a genuine good person.
Don't recall.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Blanks indeed.
Yeah, blank. It's the blank episode of Talk the Kēki.
This has been a really rough episode between my constant interruptions and then us forgetting shit.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's how we feel about summer. If we want to skip ahead to final thoughts for the episode, it's just like, man, summer's getting more and more forgettable, eh?
I know. And this is not with, and this is even with stuff like with taking breaks.
Yeah.
It was a solid episode.
Kenshin's been solid. I can't hate on it. Truth be told, I really can't. It's not my most favorite thing ever, but I've certainly been insulted by worse.
It's been a solid reboot. I think I like Trigun better in terms of the reboots.
1,000,000,000%. Also, well, I may feel that way also because of the fact that I've seen it already. Like I saw the OG one versus the other one, but even so,
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see how many we got left.
Too many.
1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6.
All right.
Liar.
I.
You blanked out on this one too? Don't tell me that.
I'm just laughing because it's like we went from Kenshin, which wasn't bad, to Liar, which is so fucking mid.
I know. Basically, Epistar started off with the fake Sarasa. This guy's attacking this team. They pretend that she was the teammate.
Yep.
Basically trying to say, "Hey, Hiroto, I'm coming for you," type of thing.
Yep.
That happened. We go to the first game. The all 5 of them are there.
Yep. And then suspicion begins to arise.
Well, before that, though, basically they're taking base. They're taking bases basically for this one.
Yep.
And they were covered by a black screen.
Yep.
And now this is where the doubt's starting to come in. The student council president is accusing, I believe her name was Nanase.
Yeah.
The blonde one.
Yeah.
They're arguing back and forth. It got to the point where Nanase just left. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm probably not going to join you guys for the next game. So it's just going to have to be you 3.
And so the student council president was like, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. We need to clear
and now it's them three against
the witch of
team.
death or some shit. The witch of death and her fucking little friends.
Yeah, basically they find the witch of death. It was basically Hiroto made Himeji and not Sarasa, Noah.
Yeah.
Basically had them go the other way. Like, go this way, go this.
Yep.
Basically hold them off type of thing.
Yep.
Hiroto was able to do like a counter thing to get one out. Yep. It was not 4.
No.
Yep, and now she does a counterattack back, and Himeji comes in, takes the hit, but she's not dead.
Yep.
She got like 1 health bar left.
Yep. She got 1 star.
And now basically we're gonna retreat now.
Yep, they're running. They're Nigarondos.
Nigarondo! And one fell into a like a landmine type of trap. So now that's
3.
3 on 3.
3 and 3. Yep.
Yep. And then Himeji's like, I got a plan, but it might turn into I might get out. Like I might be eliminated because of this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Trust me.
Yep. So she does so the Angel Death does this 1-hit KO thing.
Yep.
It was like she took it, but it was a more of absorbed it, send it to someone else.
Yep.
She's out.
Yep. So 2 on 2.
Yeah, and the Angel Death just took out her own teammate.
Yep. So she gets more powers.
So now, basically, now there's Hiroto, and they're like basically be, oh, like I got this one.
It's 1-on-1 because we don't see Noah yet.
Yep. And it looked like Angel Death was about to get her because basically, like I count all your spells and all this, you use them all. So basically, you have nothing to like. Once I get you here, that is it.
You're dead.
And it's like, oh, by the way, I didn't use anything.
Yep.
I probably used anything. It was basically Noah stuff.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I'm a good girl, praise me and all this shit. And he was about to finish her, but she retreated.
Yep, she niggerooed.
Yep.
But there's an interesting caveat that happened.
With what he did, right?
Yes.
Basically, all right, the real plan is going to begin.
Yep.
By taking my
fake Sarasa.
What?
It's to draw out the fake Sarasa.
Yep. So to do this, I'm eliminating myself.
Bang. He eliminates himself.
And, like,
he also won the bet because he took out a captain himself.
Yep. It does count. So now he's out of the game. The 7 stars. So everyone's tweeting it. They're like freaking out, like, oh my god. This is okay. Definitely not Tomodachi game. I love Tomodachi game. This is not.
This is mid as fuck. Also won't make my list. And we'll also get a 3.
Yeah, it won't make it. But again, it was okay. Just I like the plan of him eliminating himself. That was really it.
Well, you know, they hyped up the Witch of Death, and you know that was really like, you know, really solid from that perspective. That was a decent battle, good back and forth wits battle. So that wasn't bad. This episode wasn't bad. It was better than the last episode. Oh, and there was also the scene with the fucking girl, the little girl whose name I'm forgetting.
The one with the 2 different color eyes.
Yeah, and they
were like playing. They were playing a game.
They played video games 2 a.m. She trusts him. She obviously is related.
And we had a little fan service scene when Sarasa and the other guy were in the room.
Yeah, she's like, "Give me 10 minutes." I wonder what she was doing.
Yeah, there was like, well, I can't wait till 5. And come in like, don't look around. It's like, don't look at me. He's like, well, where am I supposed to look? Out the window. Look at the window. So that happened. All righty, moving on. Let's do Bleach.
What's ahead of Bleach? Because this is a really good episode of Bleach, and there's a week delay, so I feel like this should have been a co-main.
No, I was gonna give Zam the co-main.
Was Zam really worthy of the co-main?
I think so.
Truthfully,
well, you just love Bleach, so.
I mean, Zam's great. I like Zam a lot, but I don't think this week's episode is worth the co-main. What's the other one besides Zam?
Mushoku.
You like Mushoku. I like
or Happy Marriage.
Oh, and I love Happy. We both love Happy Marriage. Let's do Happy Marriage first.
So we're doing Happy Marriage next. All right.
We'll do Happy Marriage, then Bleach, then Mushoku. Although I feel like no, I want to put Bleach. Bleach was just so fucking amazing this week,
All
dude.
right.
I'll give you Zom in the co-main because I'll acquiesce.
No, we'll do Bleach.
No. We can do Zom in the co-main.
Whatever. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Happy Marriage, Mushoku, Bleach, Zom, Duke.
All right, fine. Do you remember what happened last week with Happy Marriage?
Yeah, because I watched it yesterday. Give me one moment. I'm writing a text message. So I think overtime when it's all said and done. Answer. Shut them out the kudasai. Man, there's a lot of fucking reviews. Man, you be forget. Jesus, how much fucking edibles did you have this week, motherfucker? Jesus.
I have one.
Man, you forgetting shit more than I do. My God, Playboy. So episode 8 was really
solid. I watched it a week ago. You watched it yesterday.
I know, and I'm still having a review. Go figure.
Yeah.
All right, episode 8 of My Happy Marriage is pretty solid. It's a double episode, guys. So episode 8 was really solid. The episode really focuses on Mio continuing her lady training, her like proper lady training, and she continues to have nightmares as well, which is affecting her sleep. And basically the other side of that for the other episode is Kudo's work exploits trying to recapture the grotesques. They're grotesques. We'll just call them grotesques that escaped the tomb, and then as well as his continual worry about Mio and the nightmares as he comes over. He's really concerned, and he's really trying to like put like the pieces together on his family, on the family history, which comes into play in episode 9. We'll get to that momentarily. All signs point to everything though honestly being intertwined as it's projecting as it goes. What, papa? Dosta? I'll be done in like an hour and you'll get your food then, okay? You good? You better be good, bitch. Anyway, so yeah, everything's intertwined, including the revelation from that what's it called, from a prince that they have. I forget his name, but there's a prince of the imperial like land, and basically says that like doomsday is upon them, or pretty close to it, like an endless night will occur. And then as they're leaving, as Kudo, the commander, and the head of the Tatsuishi household who was there, he also was the first person to speak. And he's like, I'm head of the Tatsuishi household. We're under the Kudo household now. I know somebody in my family committed a sin, but we'll do everything in our power to to make up for it. And he's like, yeah, you will. Hope you do. Yes, sir. Thank you for your clemency. And then it reveals the revelation of the endless night. And as they're leaving, the three of them are leaving, the prince calls out to Kyoka and is like, hey, heard you got married, or heard you have a fiance. He's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, I anticipate great like trials and tribulations will occur during this time, but it's nothing that you can't handle because I have faith in you. And so he asked the prince, like, is that another one of your revelations that Mio is going to have problems? And the prince doesn't say anything, and he's like, I'll keep your words in mind, thank you. And he departs from that standpoint. So as the episode continues, basically, we see Kudo that night. He goes into the forest to like investigate the scene. And we also see Tatsuishi there. And Tatsuishi basically tries to, we'll call him Tatsuishi, since I don't remember his first name. So Tatsuishi's there, and he's got one of the people that is unconscious. Because currently what happens is if you come in contact with the grotesque will like basically somewhat kill you. It'll curse you, and you won't be physically dead, but you're in a coma. So you're basically more or less dead. So, but Tatsuishi's like specialty, like his supernatural specialty, is lifting curses and dealing with curses. So he tries to lift the curse on the guy in a coma, and he sees all these hands coming out, and he starts freaking the fuck out. And he's like, nope, I can't do this. This is way beyond me. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Kudo and team are in what's it called? They're at the site, and he's like, everything is too quiet. And all of a sudden, a bunch of the grotesques come out. He starts attacking them. Kudo's using his powers. And at the same time, while this is happening, Mio is having a nightmare. And we see the hands of like, because basically these grotesques have like these evil eyes. They look like demon spirits, and they reach out to you with long hands. At the same time, Mio's having a nightmare. In her dreams, these same hands are going after her. and they're grabbing her by the leg and doing God knows what to her. And she wakes up in the middle of the night and begins to cry. So this is really a key point where you see that everything is intertwined, specifically with this grotesque curse and Mio's nightmares, because they're happening more or less in the same intervals in some capacity, perhaps, or at least with the same figurines of the grotesque itself. So that's really a key point from that standpoint. Eventually, basically, this battle happens throughout the night, and by dawn, Kudo has basically exorcised those demons. And so, Kudo doesn't know this yet. He doesn't know about the hands and stuff because at any point, whether episode 8 or episode 9, Mio hasn't divulged her dreams to him as of yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, from that standpoint. And so basically the episode ends. Mio wakes up the next morning and they're like, all right, let's go put your training to use. We're going to go into town. So they go into town. Everything's hunky-dory. And Mio starts to get lightheaded after being bumped by a boy on accident. And she ends up collapsing. But as she collapses, someone picks him up. And she thinks, oh, like Danda-sama. She thinks it's Kyoka. No, it ends up being
the guy from the one
Tsuruki. I think it's Tsuruki is his name. Tsuruki.
Yeah. But we don't know that. But we don't know that yet till.
Well, we hear his name. No, we hear his name briefly.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Earlier in the episode, he has a first meeting with Kyoka, and we find out basically Tsuruki is kind of being a fake liaison between the supernatural department and like the Department of like Ministry Affairs or some bullshit fucking thing like that. But basically, he's acting like a fake liaison as part of this plan. So he meets Kyoka for the first time, and they have interaction. We're going to work together, blah, 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 blah.
And then he catches
and ends up saving Mio. And that's where episode 9 picks up.
Yep, he does that, helps her up. Like, oh, I'm not this guy.
Yep.
And like, you're okay, type of thing. Like, check up on them.
Yep.
So she gets sent home to rest.
Yep.
And because of this, Hazuki stops. It's like she's like slowing down the.
Yeah, like you need to rest, get your composure.
Yeah, basically.
He's unaware of the nightmares.
Yeah. And then this is where we see Hazuki and Kyoka that they're talking a bit. And he talks about. They talk about basically like she's exhausted. Like I don't know what's going on. And Kyoka opens up like she doesn't tell me anything. So he's also worried in this regard. Because he wants to be there for her. But he can't also at the same time because he's been working late because of this to protect her. But yeah, just Mio is just been incredibly weak.
Yep.
Of everything. Was the nighttime talk before or after the guy came to the house?
Before.
Sorry. So we're doing this.
It was the night before.
Okay. But yeah, Kyoka, he's like, it's late at night.
He's staring at the moon.
Yep, staring at the porch. And Mio's there with tea and a couple snacks.
Can I join you?
Yep.
Sure.
Basically, yeah, it's just and then Kyoka apologizes, like I know we haven't been able to talk.
Hold on, before you mentioned that Hazuki had the conversation with her.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was texting.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, keep on.
Yeah. But Kyoka apologizes to Mio, like, I'm sorry we haven't had a chance to talk. What's going on?
Don't you feel lonely?
Yeah, it's like you could say it.
And she's like, no, I don't feel lonely. She's like, I've been feeling lonely. I miss being around you. I want to be around you more. You don't feel the same way about me?
And then she actually says yes.
How did you feel about that statement? Because like I understood the heart behind it and it was adorable, but in the same capacity, you could look at it as a little bit of coercion. Be like, I felt this way, don't you? And
I think it's more of like, hey, like you see me as this cold guy, doesn't really overexpress himself. So if I do it, it helps her.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's how I saw it.
That makes sense.
Basically, like I'm this way too. Like, I don't show it, but I do.
I've got a heart.
Yeah.
It's not dark.
Oh, he definitely does. Especially when he gets flustered when the sister wanted to take Mio away.
Yep.
And then Mio, of course, they get open up a bit, and they don't talk about the nightmare, but they talk about basically one of like, so tell me about your relationship with your sister.
And he's like, I haven't talked about my past much, have I? All right, let's talk about this.
And I'm like, oh yeah, like we got along, but like she was also like before that, like she was married.
Yep.
And like she was not good at anything.
Nope.
Like and
well, this no. Well, you're skipping ahead because this wasn't part of the conversation. This was the conversation the next afternoon.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Basically, but, so Kyoka basically in the conversation with Mio at night was basically saying like, "Hey, like like, yeah, no, let me build it up, goddammit.
No,
let me build it up." So as I try to get comfortable with my cat who's been meowing, so when you meow, you get cuddled. It's a correlation. You don't want to fucking get cuddled, you don't meow. How about that? Anyway, so he asked like about how they grew up, and Kyoka basically says like, "I love my sister. We have opposite personalities. She's as loud as ever, and I'm quiet. But we understand."
She's annoying because of her voice.
Annoying. Yeah, she's annoying, but I love her. She's a great person, and I know she's a great person in her own way, and that's fine with me. She's I love my sister, and she's like, "That's nice." And then she, there's a question throughout this entire episode in a way for Mio, as we'll talk about in the next conversation the next morning she had with Hazuki, is she doesn't understand the concept of like family. She doesn't understand the concept of being loved, even still, because of everything that she went through, all the traumatic events that happened.
Yeah, she just knows how to be nice but not love.
She doesn't know. And so then the next morning, she wakes up, everything's relatively well, although she does she have another nightmare that night? And then the next morning she wakes up,
they don't
in her eyes.
Yeah, like we don't see the nightmare, she just woke up like type of thing.
Yeah, she woke up
and she says, "I can't take this anymore."
And she's got bags under her eyes at this stage, so she's frail. So she has a conversation with Hazuki. They ask her, "Are you okay?" She puts up a front, "Yeah, I am." And Hazuki has an honest conversation with her basically, and was like, "Hey, I don't want you to live your life with regrets. My only regret was ever getting married." And so she's like, "Why is that?" And she goes, "My husband was a nice guy, but the family didn't like me, probably because I was pretty useless as a whole."
Yep.
Like I cook, I kept breaking stuff, and I kept bitching to my husband about it. And my husband would do his very best to comfort me, but eventually even he got tired of my bitching, and we had a fight, and then we ended up getting divorced, and I left.
Yep.
Basically. And so she's like, "What do you want to do with your life?"
And she's like, She just wants to be this perfect wife for
she's like, "I don't want,"
because he's been nice to her.
She's like, "I don't know what I want, but there's one thing I know for sure is I want to stay here. I want to be by his side." And so Hazuki basically says the same thing that Kyoka says, which is basically like, "Hey, be your true self, like, give your true feelings." And I did neglect to mention the fact that at the end of that they hugged and was like, just be yourself.
I was trying to tell her, like,
I skipped over it after
I know. Like it's okay to be selfish. Like it's okay, I accept you as a whole. Like it's okay. And she's like, okay, but we know she's not gonna do it.
No, as we find out. So basically that happens, and then later on, basically Kyoka's supposed to be off that day, but
there's a knock on the door.
Gets up getting called into the office, so he's in the office, and then there's a knock at the door, and we see it's Tsuruki, and Tsuruki's like, "Hey, is Kyoka home? I heard this is day off."
Like she went to work. Like, really? I thought he was off. Like he got called in.
He's been busy.
He's like, I see. Then he introduces himself.
Yeah.
It's like, also like, how are you feeling?
Yeah, you look quite pale.
Yeah, basically, like basically, no. First, like, were you okay from earlier, like when you passed out? As like you look pale, and he all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he doesn't care for you, right? Because you're malnourished, you're tired.
He should notice these things. Like he doesn't care about you. He cares only about work. And
what you call it? Like he doesn't see the value. He doesn't know the real you.
Yeah, and so she basically tries to defend it, but in the process of her spazzing out,
she gets weak, and
and she like holds her head
like it's about the thing. But like, are you okay? Then he's like, you know what? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
let's just forget that. I was a jerk.
She's like, She's like, if you ever need to fill the void that he's not filling, I have the perfect job for you. Hands him a business card and is on his merry way.
What's nasty?
What is nasty?
Good. That's what Starman said.
Wait, is that how they exploited the sister's backstory? I was behind a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's seen today's episode.
Yeah. No, he's behind on a few stuff.
I mean, it's not like can you watch this in dub?
No, I'm talking. Well, it's like Chris is behind.
Chris is behind.
Yeah.
I was thinking Starman. Sorry. Go man.
No, I think Starman saw it.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So we fast forward. Kyoka's having a meeting with the same Saruki, and Saruki has the balls after the meeting.
Well,
to
first,
basically tell her the same
first
shit.
to talk it, he arrives like, sorry, I'm late.
Yeah.
And then he apologized, like, oh yeah, by the way, I went to your house. I visited Mio.
Not dirty macking. He's manipulating Starman.
Yeah, he's making them question. He's making her question her worth.
Yep.
Okay, that's why. That was kind of how they explained it.
Oh yeah.
But basically now he tells him the same thing he told her, but like, hey, like, you're a piece of shit husband. Like, I know about you. You had all these fiancés, you kicked them out. You're a real cold guy, aren't you?
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Mia deserves better. She's frail. She's pale. She's losing weight.
And you don't know anything. Like, I just met her, and I see these like instantly.
Yep.
And you know what? Like, he doesn't really apologize to any of this.
Nope.
Like,
he's like, I'll see you next time.
Like, if you need me, here's my card.
Pussy.
Yeah, basically. he flexed it. He flexed it on this shit. So he rushes home, basically.
Yep. And Mio
doesn't even turn the headlights on his car off.
Nope. Mio she goes, Mio, no answer. Goes to her room. She's not sleeping. And goes to the kitchen.
He screams out and she doesn't answer.
She's stoic, just sitting in front of this, like standing in front of the stove, very stoic. And she's like, "Oh, Danda-sama, I'm so sorry. I should have greeted you. That's my apologies."
And he's like, "I don't care about that. Like, you're all right." And he sees like how awful she looks.
Really pays attention. Like, she's frail. She's losing weight.
She collapses again.
No, she collapses only after he basically berates her and was like, I thought I told you to basically tell me what's going on. You don't think I know that you're not having nightmares. You keep pushing yourself. Why do you keep pushing yourself? You're only ruining yourself. Like, I love you.
He's I shouldn't have had you do those classes.
Yeah.
Work yourself, basically.
And then that's what pisses her off when
he's like, how could you? He's like, I want to. Like, you didn't make me do shit.
Yeah. And then she collapses from sadness. And then he basically takes her collapsed ass, puts her in the car. And because as she collapses,
before that, we skip something. We skip something.
What?
Because before that though, but basically he's talking to the private investigator looking for Mio's mom. Like,
oh yes.
There's no info.
Before he goes home.
Yeah. Yes, there is no info on this family.
Yeah.
But someone found out there is an alias.
No, it's not that it's an alias. They said there's no info on the family, there's no registry, but there's only like a name. Like, I guess you could say
with Sume. Like, there's only one last name that ties in with Sume.
That doesn't have this history.
And it's Saruki.
Sumi.
He looks at the card and he sees it's Saruki. So he's like, I'm gonna force the answers out of him.
Yeah, because basically he sees the card. He sees the card that Saruki gave Miho.
Yeah, because it fell out.
It fell out while she was collapsed, and he fucking crumples the card and takes her collapsed ass, put her in the car, driving over to Saruki's house, and was like, "I'm gonna get these fucking answers one way or another from this motherfucker."
Yeah, exactly.
To end the episode, solid.
No, definitely solid.
Starman, why do you hate this? You fucking Russian judge. What the fuck? We're gonna get in the finale. You're gonna be like, I gave it a 3.25. I didn't like it. It's too much drama. It's not like Rent a Girlfriend. I gave that bitch 6 stars. I'm the Dave Meltzer of anime. 6 stars for Rent a Girlfriend. Because it's elite. The rookie.
Stop it. Stop it. All right, Mushoku Tensei.
A great episode.
It's a Cliff episode. When we get more on Cliff, like, he's walking home, and he sees he sees this beautiful figure out in the window. It's Elianis.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, before that, basically Rudy was being loud with one of the Beast girls, like trying to touch her skirt and all this. And he's like, "Hey, can you shut the fuck up?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, well, if I don't want to pose. Well, okay, sorry." And then that's when Cliff sees Elianis in the window. And now the next day, he's like trying to be. Before that, though, school time, Rudis sees Cliff getting beat up, and he's like, "You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna do these guys real quick."
Yep.
Gets him out.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yep, and basically we find out why he's getting bullied because they're calling Eliana a whore, and he's like, fuck you, because he likes her. Like,
Mm.
Rudis, you know her. Can you introduce me?
It's gonna end
He's
badly,
like-
kid.
He's just like, I'm telling you right now, just no, like it's not a good idea. He's like, you know what? I don't care. Just please, like just that. If I get rejected, so be it. So you know what? Okay. It passes. Elianis is in the classroom. Like, Rudis, like you hardly ever call for me. What do you want?
Suck my dick.
No.
I would have been great if Rudy still had a hard on. And he brought his friend over and be like, "This is what you want." Drops his dick, just like starts like.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, Cliff comes in. He introduces himself. He's about to confess. As she goes over to Rudy, like, "Hey, you come to me. We're gonna talk."
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? It's like she was like, "Just make him happy." Like, I can't because of my curse.
Yes, she has to fuck multiple men,
or else she dies.
not just one man.
Like, has to have sex, right? Like, she has to meet a quota of sex a day.
So she can't have kids.
She has kids.
Does she?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought she was just some whore that just people just nutting her and she moves on.
Well, I'm not telling you, so.
I'm glad I don't know that.
Yeah. But basically, it's like, you know what? Just like they're fine. Just reject him. He's aware. Just if you don't feel this way, just tell him your thing and like, hey, this is why I can't. And like, okay, fine. Bruce is like, I wash my hands.
Yep.
Good.
He stands there, and then Eleanor's like, "What are you doing intruding on our love life?" All right, I'm out.
So, all right, I can handle this myself.
I did my job. See ya.
Yep. Then
The
we go
next day he
to
goes to class.
they're dating.
What about your curse?
It's
I'll
like,
break any curse for you, baby. Oh, you're
Yep.
so sweet, baby.
yeah, Eliana's like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna try to control my urges. Basically,
Yep.
I'm just gonna fuck him every day.
all the time. Everywhere.
Yeah, she went like fuck him like every hour.
Yep.
So that was that half, which is a good half. And the other one, he talks to Sylvie Fitz first, right?
What?
Or is it does the duels with other people that want to marry the Beast Girls happen first, or does he talk to Fitz first?
He talks to Fitz about the situation with Eleanor first.
Okay.
And that's when
Yeah.
Eleanor is like, like, hey, just, do it. The fuck?
Yep. And we got a jealous Fitz.
Yeah, we did, because they have another conversation and they're like, oh, because basically as Rudy's walking to the library, there's a bunch of like beast people like training for attack. So basically this is their like mating season where they do marriage proposals
Yep.
and things like that. That's where he gets attacks. He takes care of the 2, 1, 2, 3, and then he notices there's a long line, and they said apparently,
so basically, because basically said he's apparently their master.
yeah,
He's like, well, if they beat me, they get but they're not going to.
yeah. So they're like, oh, that's why.
But basically, but you're not the parent, so that really shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, but the way she spun it, Rudy has to take care of it. And then Fitz is like, yeah, there's one girl waiting out there. And then Rudy's like, oh, is she hot? And then
she's like, oh.
You're just like your dad.
But before that, though, she talks about how she likes
She
someone.
also likes somebody.
Yeah, he's like, I wonder who it is. But it's you! It's you!
you!
It's fucking you!
Just do what you did when you were 3. Just why don't you have a dick?
But he don't know that. Sylvie, come on.
Sylvie, just look at me. I got titties. They're small, but I got them.
You know what? So Bruce is like, you know what? I'm gonna go out there now. But they're all knocked out.
Yep.
By Badi Gotti.
Who we find out is
the
husband of
the great demon emperor, Kishirika.
AKA the little girl that gave him
the demon eye. So yeah, he sees it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I want to challenge you to a duel. And then Rudy talks about he fought this dragon god guy, like Orsted.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's you.
Okay.
All right. This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna hit me with your strongest attack.
No, but first he sends Fitz to go get his staff.
Yeah,
from the room.
but I'm saying like while they're waiting,
yeah.
Where he mentions that. So basically, first it was a duel. There's like, you know what? I'm gonna change it. You hit me with your biggest attack. If I fall down,
if I'm wounded, he is wounded. If I'm wounded,
like, if I'm hurt, you win.
Yep.
If I'm unfazed, I kill you.
Yep.
Okay. Like, you know what? Fine. So Fitz comes back with the staff.
Oh, you forgot to say that he asked him about the man god.
Yes, that's right. He talked about the man god.
Yes.
So he's like, he can't say anything because he could be like Orset and try to kill him.
Yeah.
But
never heard of him.
Yep. So Fizz is back with the staff. Like, fine. One spell, like one attack. So it's like his earth magic for the drill. Keeps rotating the speed, increasing.
It is a fucking bullet.
Yep.
It is basically like what? A fucking like a hollow shell.
Yeah.
In essence. He shoots a hollow shell.
Shoots it. Goes
a giant explosion.
Yep. He looks like he's dead.
And he's like, fuck, I killed him. I did want to kill him. Fuck.
But he gets up. Like, oh yeah, I'm immortal. So
yeah.
Cool.
He lost 2 of his arms though.
Yeah, and because of that made him smaller.
Which is funny. But of course the arms, they crawl back to him, they reattach, and he's like, oh, I thought I was dead. Oh. He's like, hey, you won. You wounded me. He's like, now celebrate. You win.
Yeah.
I won.
There we go. That's the spirit.
And I laugh, by the way. You skipped the part while they're sitting down. He's like, laugh with me.
Yep. We're gonna get more of that in a bit. We go the next day. It's class. They heard we got a new teacher.
No, I don't think the teacher is a student.
No, he was like in the middle of the class. I thought like he was gonna be the teacher.
Yeah, he busts through the fucking ceiling.
By the way, I'm joining the class today. He's like, has like
his shirt is like ripping. It's so tight.
Yep, he's wearing his school uniform. I'm like, what the fuck?
That was funny.
I was like, I love this guy.
So fucking funny.
Fucking love this guy.
This was so fucking funny.
I can't wait for more of him.
I know, dude.
Right. All right, moving on. We got 3 more. Zom 100.
Oh, I thought we were doing Bleach.
Nah, I'll be good.
Nah, I acquiesce. We gave you Zom.
I was like, because it came back. That was another reason why.
Fine, we'll do Zom as the co-main. Let's go to Bleach.
All right. Go ahead.
What a fantastic episode of Bleach, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you what. On the last episode of Bleach. No, I'm just kidding. No, but the episode starts off basically. So Kenpachi, he's like, oh, this was kind of fucked up. And he coughs up blood. And he's like, oh, I guess my innards got fucked up at some point. That's unfortunate. And then he gets quadruple teamed by 4 girl Stern Ritters. I don't remember that.
Wasn't the one that was with the other girl that died?
No.
Wasn't her with Bambita?
No.
Okay. Do we know their letters? One's like a lightning girl. One is like a psychopath. You touch the blood, I control you.
Yeah. One has like a fucking chomping power, which I love her. Little diminutive girl.
Yeah.
I loved her. She was my favorite one. And then another one is just like Powerpuff, like love.
Yes.
Type shit. I know one of the letters is Z. One of the letters I think is like
RK.
Who gives a fuck? They're 4 girls. They're inconsequential because basically they take out Kenpachi. They get Kenpachi on the brink of death, and as he's about to get finished off because he can't get up because he's been struck by lightning a billion times and quadruple teamed. And by the way, they killed everybody. They squished the shit out of all his men. All his men.
And he's just trying to look for what's her name?
Yachiru.
Yeah.
And Yachiru's like missing. They're like her armband there. So we have no idea where Yachiru is at the moment.
She probably still has her cookie bones.
Maybe. So anyway, so Kenpachi's about to die. And who busts through the ceiling?
From the heavens above, Ichigo!
Kurosaki Ichigo joins the battle. Yeah, and he solos these girls with no effort whatsoever.
Basically, they're all like, bam, 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 kicks them. You go through that building, you go through there.
Getsuga Tensho, savage. He has a new one, Getsuga Jigoho or something like that.
I don't know the names. Like, good luck with helping me pronounce the names.
No, one of them is Getsuga Tensho. That's obvious. And then he has like he has a new slice, and he doesn't slice over the head now. Now he just like he like lays it out like a cookie cutter. He's like, Getsuga Tensho, and it just goes and fucking
Yep.
crazy explosion. And he has another power. It's like Getsuga Jigo or something like that. And it's another thing. It's like a cross this time. Regardless, insane
Juji show or something like that.
Yeah, Jujisha, whatever the fuck. Insane power with no effort, minimal effort.
Yeah, he had the Goku training arc. He gets wounded. He trains a little bit, and he's stronger than a lot of people. He
is so fucking OP. But while he's doing this, Yuhabak is back. And Yuhabak, he gets a hard on when he sees Ichigo. He's like, Ichigo, you're finally here. Thank you. And then they start a giant reishi, like, I guess, beam to the sky where Ichigo came from. And it's
like, basically, we know what the goal is now.
Yeah, the captain, Kurosuchi, is basically like, what are they doing? This is a giant beam. And they're like, well, basically, the clothes that Ichigo was wearing is a giant oken. That's why he was able to go through 72 layers between the Soul Society and the Soul Kingdom and be completely unharmed. However, because he used an oken to get back to the Soul Society through the sky, he destroyed the 72 layers, and there's a hole there. It takes 6,000 seconds for the hole to come back. However, because there's a hole in the first place,
they're going to go through it. His goal is the Soul Kingdom, kill the Soul King.
That's the typical goal. And we actually get a shot of Aizen too.
Yes.
Interesting. Very.
He doesn't do anything, but.
No, he's coming. We know he's coming.
Yeah.
We know he's coming. But in any case, Ichigo basically is like, fuck, let me get to Yuhabak. So he starts going. And now he's surrounded by 8 Stern Ritters. All the remaining Stern Ritters that are alive, except for like one of the top ones.
I said the girls are there, and then so are the other people.
Yeah, there's 8 Stern Ritters that have him surrounded. He can't get past. But who comes and saves the day, Matt?
Rukia, Renji,
Byakuya, Madarame.
Basically, anyone that survived, they're there.
Yep. They're like, we'll take care of these Stern Ritters. You go to Yuhabak. So he goes over to Yuhabak, and something stops him, Matt. What stops him?
The Quincy Arrow by Ishida.
Ishida, what are you doing there?
He's like, you don't understand.
Turn around. Don't waste your life. What are you doing there? He calls another attack. He gets cut by the attack. He's about to get fucked up by this attack. And who saves him, Matt?
Orihime
and Chad. Yep. Both of them come through Hueco Mundo out of nowhere.
And then she has a new outfit.
She's hot as shit.
And it's like, what the fuck?
I would titty fuck the shit out of her. Yes,
what with that outfit?
Oh, yeah. Oppai. Paizuri all fucking day. And Chad looks buff as fuck. Chad looks like he could solo a motherfucker here or there. And they're like, Ishida, what are you doing? And he says nothing. And Yuhabak, as he turns away to go into the beam, Yuhabak is like, are you done saying your goodbyes? And Ishida's like, yep. And he's like, there's no turning around. These are final goodbyes. And he's like, I'm fully aware.
You're not coming back. Like, basically, like, you're probably going to die.
He's like, I'm fully aware. And they head up the beam. And Ichigo's like, no! He didn't really do that. But he's like, Ishida, why?
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? Nazi!
Yep.
It was great. And then
very good.
The team goes away. End episode.
I like the ED. It's growing.
ED's all right, but I feel like there's other ones.
No, it's not my favorite. I don't like a lot of these EDs this season.
Me neither. I'm really stuck on my OP. Happy Marriage, Mushoku, and what other ones? There's another one. Spellblades.
Zoms is okay.
I like Zoms ED.
Oh yeah,
Zoms ED is a front runner for me.
I like Kenshin's OP, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't fit.
I don't. Kenshin. I like ED more.
Yeah, I like ED. What you call it? Jeans ain't bad. I like Link Clink's OP. ED's okay.
I like Jean's AI. I'm sorry, Jean's AI. Wow, I like Jean's OP because it has that like dubstep type of feel. Same thing with Liar.
Yes.
Has that electronic feel. That's my type of music, so I fucks with that.
Yeah, Undead and Masterful Cats EDs are really good.
True.
All right, moving on. Now we'll do Zom because it's back. We have it scheduled. Episode 7's on time. Then they're doing the recap.
There's a recap?
But it's not going to count as an episode.
Still, it's a week off.
It's a new studio. It's the first show.
They're bombing.
But I think one of the side productions, like they're no longer written in the credits.
Really?
Yeah, I saw on the OP. Like, forgot what Star of NS, but yeah, they were out.
Mm.
So I think something happened. Well, last week is understandable because that championship thing. A lot were off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But okay, it's the first time. It's gonna be hiccups.
A lot of them.
But you know what? It happens.
So this is basically going to end when fall is underway.
When it's about to.
It's the only one that's on episode 7. Jesus.
Then we got 8, then 9. And I think this is where 10, 11, 12 is going to be the no release date yet. It could change. It can change. I guess it depends on how they do everything. But starts off with back at the camp out. Electricity's out.
Yep.
So they have to use a generator. Basically
out of water.
Food is getting very low now. So basically,
there's more zombies, so it's harder for them to go out.
So basically, I think it's time we
leave Tokyo.
We trap, like we explore. We get out there.
But before they do, they see a beautiful, beautiful thing of the Milky Way.
Yeah, so it's nighttime.
Very picturesque.
And because of this, Akira thinks of his home village.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm sure they're alive. You know, why don't we go there?
They won't be alive.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But basically, he says his goodbye to his apartment.
Yep.
Like, you know, it was a lot of awful memories, but you know what? I'm gonna make new ones.
Yep.
They're on a bike. So you know what? Like, you know what? We should get a better way of travel.
The most luxurious way of travel there is in the zombie apocalypse.
An RV.
An RV.
Because, you know, they're secure and all this.
Yep.
They get off, they park, they're on top of the stairs, and who's next to them?
Stupid bitch. I don't like
Shizuka,
yeah, that bitch.
Yep. And he's like, what do you got? We keep bumping each other. This is Faith. Basically, oh yeah, we're gonna get an RV. You're like, hey, you should also join us finally.
No, I appreciate the offer, but I humbly decline.
He's like, nope, I don't want it. Like, you're just here, like an RV, you just get one for fun. I'm getting one because, you know, they're good because it's security. It's bulky. It's thick.
Yeah, I've seen over 100 zombie flicks. I know this.
Yeah, it doesn't even make Kenshiro like, oh my gosh. But you see all these movies. But you know what? Then Kenshiro, he eventually convinces her. He's like, you know what? Like, you know, like, you're going to be alone. Like, 3 is better than 1.
Basically.
And he's like, God damn it, fine.
So they're like, all right, let's pick an RV. Let's get the $20 million RV, which, by the way,
also before that, yeah, they had like a watch, like this 80 million yen watch.
He wants a gold watch
as his retirement bonus from work.
So he gets an 80 million gold watch until fucking
Homeboy. He's like almost 100 million. Like, what about this one?
No, it was 900 million.
Yes, 900 million. Like, hey.
So he gets that one.
Yeah.
So they're stunting in their watches,
and they don't have to pay.
Nope, don't need to pay.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's pleasurable. But yeah, basically, Akira and Kira look for like the high class RVs.
So they find a 20 million yen RV,
but Shizuka's like, she's like, let's get this cheap one. It's compatible and all this. Until she saw one of the rooms in the RV,
and she saw a V-Bug. She saw a Volkswagen.
Yep.
And she's like, I want the Volkswagen RV. And then they get attacked by zombies. And they're like, fuck it, just pick one. So they pick the basic white boy one. Middle-aged white people one. That's what they
I was like, aw.
Yep, nobody got their choice. But regardless, they're on their way. So you see Shizuka and what's his face? Akira, they're driving the RV. Kensho's driving the motorcycle. You know, everybody's having conversation. It's all right. And then what do they see in front of them, Matt? A spike strip.
Yep. And bam.
And they run over the spike strip. And they're surrounded by tour buses.
Yep. And guess who Akira sees?
His old supervisor.
Yep. And it's like, oh, what a coincidence. So good to see you. And
I didn't expect you to live in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but look at how useless he is. Kenshiro gets his ass kicked.
No, he's bleeding because he was just fucking shirtless on a fucking motorbike and just skid across.
But he's like, you know what? Like,
concrete.
I'll be nice to you, but Work with me again.
And meanwhile, Akira's having panic attacks. He's having whole fucking panic attacks. Give him the paper bag. He's hyperventilating. He feels queasy.
He doesn't know what to do. He's getting all his because he tortured him for like years, about to point to suicide.
Yep.
He's like, you know what? I'll let you go. I'll do this, but you're gonna work for me.
2 days.
2 days. Basically, all he's doing is lifting up heavy stuff, put it in the truck.
He's like, I'll fix your boy up. I'll fix your tires. You could be on your way. 2 days.
Yep. And he's already panicking. He's stressed out. He's already miserable. And then we find out about the trucks. Like one time, he's loaded up.
No, well, you're skipping a couple things. One, he gets there, he does his dock work, he's miserable as fuck, and then he's like, you know what? As he's unloading, what does he find, Matt?
It was a zombie, right?
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
It was beer.
It was the good. It was the good cold beer. And then he sees
it was hot, so he's like, I'm gonna make it cold.
Yeah.
So he takes one of their generators, sticks it to the fridge, puts the beers in, and the manager comes over and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? You have a station. Stop trying to be useful, you piece of shit.
Yep. And he's about to I was about to get rid of them, but the other coworkers see it. Like, oh, dude, you got us cold beer.
Where you always give us the cheap shit.
And he's like, yes.
Yeah, just for you, for all your hard work.
Right, like I'll treat you guys once in a while. So it boosted their morale, but it's like, you motherfucker.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, we also see Shizuka and Kensho's getting taped up. He's all fucked up. And
Shizuka's like, why is he doing this? Like, why?
No, it's Kensho. Kensho's the one who's saying, why is he doing it? Shizuka was like, I know the feeling. And she has a flashback to her in school where she would get bullied. And she's like, I know the feeling of what he's going through because, you see your bullies and you don't know how to act. And you just, you fall back into what you know, which was that torture that you're used to. So she actually has sympathy for him in this instance that he was forced to unfortunately deal with this trauma again in this circumstance. Yes. Now is where we see, as he looks outside after he gets berated by the fucking manager, what does he see outside, Matt? Pulling the truck.
It's zombies.
Yep, they gave
and Akira's like, he's upset by this. It's like, they were still people. It's like, like they're the best workforce. Like, they don't get tired. They don't do any of this.
You don't have to feed them.
If you tame them, they will work for you.
All of you guys are equipment. You're equipment, you piece of shit. You are nothing but equipment to me. End episode.
Yeah, he's going to snap.
I can't wait to see him die. I can't wait to see the fucking manager die. It's going to be fabulous.
Mm-hmm. All right, main event time. Duke of Death.
We gave it to the spot truthfully because we want to shine everything, not because it was really the best episode of the week.
Mostly for the ending scene.
The ending scene was really what is that? Well, no, we got a lot of progression here, which was good.
Yeah. First part, small bit of Viola and Cuff.
This is all happening while everybody's inside of.
We're gonna get to that in a bit.
No, but it's happening in real time. So while they're at the witch's lair, basically, Viola's out on the town, go visits Cuff and Zane.
Yep. More or less, she spends the day with Cuff, and they talk about Zane.
Cuff being eaten by a baby lion is really cute.
Yep. Like what the fuck is?
Like it likes me. It thinks you're food. No, I'm its mother. It thinks you're steak.
Yeah, basically. So you know what? It's like, I'm gonna get you some clothes. You're covered in filth, basically.
Yep. So they go shopping. And she's like, you ought to put clothes on, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's like stripping it out there, like in the changing room.
She's butt naked. She's like, vroom, butt ass naked with her titties out.
Yeah, Viola just pushed her back in,
and she's like, wow, those titties were just so out there.
Yep. They had fuck bigger than mine. But
because Viola's what, 13?
13, 14, yeah.
Yeah.
Around there. But
they still sexualize her.
I know, but especially with the stockings, leggings
that are bursting at the seams with her thighs.
I get that, like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, she eventually learns how to change herself. It's a cute dress.
It is very cute, very Alice in Wonderland like.
Yes,
Alice still has the best style.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love that Gothic Lolita type stuff. But
with the
yeah,
open.
with the open, yes, with the open. But yeah, basically it's like yeah, like you be useless about Zane type of thing.
Yep.
But you know what though, like she sees how happy Cup is because of Zane.
Yep.
So that's adorable type of thing.
Yep. And then you see them like they go back to the circus and she's watching the circus and Cuff shouts her out and gives her a little kiss and she's like, "Oh shucks."
Yep.
She also gets embarrassed by saying that Cuff is her friend, which is cute.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was cute.
Now we get to
the critical part.
The critical part. We're back where we left off with Walter, Bochan, Alice, Daleth.
And Daleth likes Walter.
Oh yeah.
So does that make Daleth a child predator?
I believe Walter's of age in this timeline.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, Daleth's 150 at least.
But he's 16, so I think he's technically.
So he's of age of consent, not of age, but age of consent.
Yes.
He's hit the age of consent, so she's still technically a child predator because she's at least 200 years old.
Yes. She'll be a groomer.
She's a major cougar. That's bro. Mummified cougar.
Prehistoric
cougar. What the fuck? She's a prehistoric cougar.
She's a sphinx.
She's a sphinx.
Ancient Egypt, baby. Let's go.
She's a fucking jaguar.
Yeah. Oh, whatever you want to call her. Basically, Daleth asks Bochan and Alice, like, so why are you here? Because Alice wants to know about the mother. Like, are you actually telling the truth? I guess. All righty. That even Walter.
Yep.
But basically, it shows her. And basically, Alice Bochan wants to know what happened.
No. Well, you got to admit it was a nice moment because she's like, "Okasa." She goes, she touches her mother. She's like, she's still warm. She's like, yep. She won't wake up. She's also been inflicted with a curse, just like Bochan has by Sade, and she's dead. And then so they ask, why did Sade die? And even Daleth is like, I don't know. I'd like to know that too.
But she eventually shows her what the day of what
Walter
happened.
asks, like, I want to know what happened to Bochan the day that he got cursed.
Yeah, so he wants to. Yeah, he wants because he wants to understand the curse. That's why he was there.
Yeah.
And she does say yes. So we see Alice's mother.
A vision. She creates a vision, a flashback vision using her memories. And we see Alice's mother there. We see Bochan and Walter running around. In the creepy little corner, we see Sade and a trembling Daleth. And Daleth, huh?
Yeah, Daleth just she's stop it. I can't do this. I can't be here.
Even Daleth to this day still just has fear.
Just thinking about her.
Yeah. Brings her fear.
So she stops.
Well, at Walter's behest, Walter's like, it's okay. You don't have to force yourself. And so Daleth tells them, like, hey, don't ever come back here, but I will feed you information when you ask.
Yeah. But Daleth, I'm sorry about Walter, you can come.
She's like, Walter, can I visit you?
And you're like, what?
In your bed? At night?
But yeah, so Daleth just teleports them home. Bochan and Alice are in the room.
Bochan wakes up and Alice is, of course, being a little perverted girl staring at her with her tits out.
Yeah. And then we get a small little moment. Alice has the genie's lamp. Get from Zane.
This was so random.
I know that's another thing they do, like the childhood story type of thing they did a few episodes ago.
Very random.
But rubs the lamp, rub it hard type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Be perverted with it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But the but the genie has the image, looks like Alice.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not showing you my true form, and she's fucking cute. Why not?
Of course.
So basically, you have 3 wishes. What was the first wish? It wasn't the curse. It was. Well, do you know the first wish?
No, the first wish was the curse. The first wish was the curse. The second one is I don't believe you. Show me.
Okay, yeah. Basically, I wish you showed me proof.
Yeah.
And yeah, she makes a flower appear in his hand. Doesn't die.
And that means I could touch Alice.
But before he does that,
yep,
he's like, "What happens to my curse?" I can't get rid of it. It's powerful. I cannot do shit. But I can give it to someone else. And she's like, it's not your problem anymore. Don't worry about it. You're
But
good.
Bochan is like, nah,
not,
bro.
Yeah,
that doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, because he knows how awful it was for him. So he does not
Yep.
want to wish that to someone else. So the third wish was, give it back to me. But
we see who got the curse.
It was Rob!
Who probably deserves it, considering supposedly he helped kill Sharon.
Well, we don't know, but basically...
No, Dallas said that. They're like, Sharon is like this because of Rob.
Well, we gotta see what happens.
I don't
what
know why
happened
they don't
with
confront Rob. You know this information. Why don't you confront Rob? He's literally in the same house as you. He might be conniving against you, but you don't go and ask Rob what's going on.
Unless something happened that made that be a thing. Wait. But yeah, Rob was doing the guards like, oh, they died, but maybe I'll have powers. Like, ha!
No powers.
It's like, shit, it's gone. But we go to nighttime. Alice is going to go to her chamber. Or
no, first off, no. Alice is in the shower and she starts thinking about how Zane and Cuff had kissed.
Yes, and we have a little flashback of when they were talking about the kiss. Like, so did you guys kiss? He's like, I wonder, like, what that's like. Like, she thinks she's thinking about Bochan.
Yep.
Is this when she gets out, or not yet?
No, so they're at the table and Bochan's reading, and she decides to put on lip balm in front of him, all sexually. And she's like, and Bochan asks, "What are you putting on your lips?" Lip balm. So I'll be ready whenever you want.
Is like I can't. You want lip balm?
Yeah, you can have some of my lip balm. No, it's an indirect kiss. You can have fresh one. No, I don't want it. Okay, well, have some of mine that I already used.
Yep,
it was cute. So then they wish each other good night. And this is where Alice just is thinking about everything. And Alice decides to pull the trigger. She runs back as Bochan's walking back to his room
and
taps on the window.
And she
writes the window.
Yep. And she writes, "Kiss me." And she puts her lips on the window.
Yep.
And Bochan sees this and he actually does it.
And they kiss.
Yeah, because glass ain't real. This is like the only way, like there's genuine way they could actually kiss.
Yep.
So I love that.
Yep.
This has been growing.
I mean, it's the best rom-com, I think, all things considered. When you really think about it, when it's all said and done, in terms of romances, it's this. Yeah. It really is this.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that really compares.
Yeah, we got 4 more.
There's nothing else that compares. I know Sean's gonna give it to Rent a Girlfriend without a doubt. That's a given.
Yeah, but no, this Alice and Bochan's relationship, I like the interactions, the Alice tease, but there's like actual genuine love in there. Just how Bochan grows as a person, and the stuff with Cuff and Zane.
Yes.
And what you call it? Walter Dalif. Well, Walter and Walter's a character. Like he's slowly becoming a character.
Which I died laughing we've skipped the fact that in the dream they're like, Oni-chan, wait, and they're like, wait, I'm Oni-chan, and they're like, oh, in this dream I made you the number one. And Walter's like, oh, thank you so much, you're so kind, but it hurts. Please turn it back.
Yes, I'm not used to it.
As he's bleeding out the nose.
Yep. Yeah,
no, but seriously, this is like, I don't think there's any real competition for romance of the season when it really boils down to it. When it's
like
all
this,
said
like
and
this,
done,
like just a genuine romance. Yes,
this is a rom-com of the season.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was why we gave it the main event, because I get
progress.
A lot of progress this season. A lot of the episodes have been stepping up. Characters have been developed. Like the main ones have been developed. The ones that didn't get developed in the first season.
You care about every character.
Yes.
The only characters basically that have not gotten any shine has been Bochan's mother and Rob. Those are only two characters that haven't gotten shine, and I'm sure they'll get shine.
And I'm sure Viala will get more than just being sipping for Rob or trying to be like the Karen sister. But
she
not
got half an episode, so it wasn't bad.
I was it. She has some, but not enough. But she's still likable to watch. Like you saw, like, oh, go away.
But she's out of all the critical characters, she's the least critical when it's all said and done. When you really think about it.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
she's where she needs to be.
Right.
But yeah, we'll get more of the mother, probably how she actually feels about it.
Yep.
like how much it hurt to actually get her away. I again want to protect the kids.
Yep.
And probably regrets sending Bochan away.
I don't know.
Well, she was probably told to by someone.
Maybe.
But like I want to see like how she I want to show how she actually feels about it if they show the mother again
this season. She'll definitely come up the following season. But
yeah, exactly. Closing thoughts for our hurricane mindfuck. Like what the fuck's going on with us? Who is who? Who's on first? Who's on first? What's on second? What happened this episode? Who that?
This is a rough episode. I'm not gonna lie.
It was.
This is a rough episode. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty squirrel for the first half of the episode, and then the rest of it was like, you remember what happened? Fuck. Let me go back. Oh, this is trash. Oh, this is mid.
It's just I got a lot of forgettable episodes.
It's really when it boils down to it. We do this all the time post mortem, but when it's all said and done, Jujutsu's not counting. Kenshin's not counting. For you, Gathering's not counting. Right?
Yeah,
that's done. So. I mean, when you look at it, when it's all said and done, Dreaming Boy you dropped, it's not going to be in mine. Liar Liar won't be in ours. What's it called? Misfit won't be in ours. What else won't be in ours?
Senpai. Well, Science Senpai, it could be somewhere.
For me, it gets in by default.
Yeah, and Glasses for me, maybe not. Depends on because I got 2 open slots for top 10. Because I'm saving Nier for.
I like Tiny Senpai more than I like Glasses, like you said.
I do too. I'm probably not going to add Glasses.
So I mean, when it boils down to it, I think for the season as a whole, when you really boil down to it, like the contenders are so clear. For me, Spellblades is my surprise. For you, it's probably Murder Farce. If I were to guess, Zom will
definitely get some from me.
Yeah,
same with Duke,
Mushoku, and Happy Marriage and Bleach. Like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
we have that. There's our top 6 in no particular order.
Yeah, and they'll be in different orders for us.
And they'll be in different orders for us. You know, you're gonna see Spellblades, so I'm curious to see how Spellblades will. I'm telling you, I think it'll be in your top 10.
Yeah,
I think that one of those blank is gonna be Spellblades. It's a clear cut. That's really the point of what I'm making. There's a clear cut difference between like our top 5, 6, and then everything else is just
what we like
pretty significantly lower.
Yeah,
it's just a caliber lower.
Yeah, I feel like usually we do like 7 a season for the year. Some of them might not be the full 7. Maybe. Depends how they go. But depends
the
on
6 that I just mentioned for sure will be on there.
Yes,
Jujutsu for sure will be on there when we count it.
Yep. Yeah, it's good.
Kenshin, maybe.
Which one?
Kenshin, maybe.
It has a chance. It has a chance.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I said, I'm saving Nier for end of the year.
I'm not counting Nier. I don't
know.
Yours, it won't make mine.
Yeah. But it might be low. We'll see.
I don't think it's going to be as high as you think, dude.
It probably won't be high for me. Well, we still got Fall, so that could be wrong. Fall could suck. Fall could be worse for all we know.
Fall so far is not worse. Let's go over Fall, because why not? We're already 3 hours and 8 minutes into the program. Let's fucking go through Fall real quick.
Well, we got Spy Family, Dr. Stone, Tokyo Revengers,
Good Hero,
Girlfriend,
Attack on Titan for me. You know Attack on Titan's making that bitch.
Yeah. Dead Mount,
Eminence.
Oh yeah, that
Stone, Revengers.
I said Stone and Revengers
already. Okay. Paladin.
That's right, Paladin.
Girlfriend. We said.
Yep.
Did you say that?
Yep.
Dead Mount Deathplay. Did we say that already?
I said that.
Okay. Kengan Ashura, I'm looking forward to. I've loved Kengan Ashura when I saw it. Out of all like the karate like combat thing, that was dope. Oh, I gotta add a girl and her guard dog. I definitely need to add them.
Yeah, we said Spy Family.
Adding to planning. Yep, for sure.
Beyond Journey's End, probably. That's the one with the 2-hour premiere, yeah.
Oh, I have to go through the rest of this list to see.
Fooly Cooley, that's coming back.
I don't think I watched that one.
I do watch it. I don't know if I will watch this one. We'll see. If it's still on Adult Swim, then I can definitely.
I didn't see Goblin Slayer. Are you gonna watch Goblin Slayer? Because I didn't watch it, and it's only available on dub. Believe it or not, in Crunchyroll.
I'll think about it.
I'm not watching anything in dub. You know me.
I didn't watch Goblin Slayer, but I do know of it.
Oh, this is season 2 of Goblin Slayer. So if you didn't watch season 1, there's no point in watching season 2.
Yeah, I've watched the Goblin Slayer bridge, which this showed almost everything.
Did you say Hoshizuki Telepath? Was that one you mentioned?
I didn't say it, but that is there.
Is a high schooler who is very bad at communicating with others, feeling almost like an alien trapped on Earth.
Yeah,
with no
I think this was the year.
I've already, bro. As soon as I saw Alien, I already seen fucking what happened with fucking the one that I didn't like that had an alien in it.
The Lies We All Tell.
Huh? Yeah, The Lies We Don't Tell. Nah, that kills it. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
What's this? Seiken Gakken no Maiken Tsukaki. The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. One of the more powerful demon lords in history has been sealed away for thousands of years. When he finally awakens, he's reincarnated as a 10-year-old boy. Now under the care of the girl who released him, the demon lord must navigate through the perils of Excalibur. Meh.
Yeah. Heat the pig liver with the isekai pig.
What's this? The unusual duo bring the hidden truth into light. A private investigator and a pure-hearted but dim police detective solve the most baffling.
Was it Deranged Detective?
Yes.
I might watch that. I'm gonna wait for ratings on that one.
I'm setting it for planning. I will.
I guess. Yeah. Let me know how it is then.
All right. Let's get off the air. We can do this off air.
Yeah, we'll do it off air. All right, guys. We talked our cake. We had a cake. We're full of cake. We're getting the fuck out of here. Follow him at Twitter at Showstopper24. Follow me on Twitter at DamianPhoenix12. Follow our Twitter at Talk the Kēki. We have a link tree for wherever you listen to your favorite local podcast: Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon. You name it, we're there. We found it. We want to thank Sean, our editor, for editing our videos, our episodes. We want to thank the Show Network and Chairshot Radio for hosting us on their platforms. Follow them at Chairshot Media. Always use your head. And follow us at W2 Network at W2 Network. Even give us our Instagram so we get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Excalibur. You can follow me on Instagram at AI_anime24. You can follow our Talk the Kēki Instagram at TALKTHEKEKI. That's Talk the Kēki. Again, as Matt said, all of our socials have link trees where you can follow us wherever you get your podcasts, as well as our other personal endeavors. Just keep a lookout from that front. We will be back next week, guys, for more in this summer season.
Well, hooray. I'm not here next week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm on a con next week.
And I'm then the 2 weeks after that, I'm gone. So, all right, guys, let's breaking news. We may go on another hiatus. Maybe.
Well, I'll be doing episodes.
You'll do episodes.
I'll do episodes. Like I said, you could do one if you want. So I won't have that much backlog when I come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a fuck ton of backlog.
Yeah. Basically, you'll be back for the season awards.
I gotta catch up for that, basically.
Yeah. So I'll have to hold the fort when I come back.
Yeah,
you hold the fort. You hold the fort when I'm gone.
Yeah, I will be at Lost Lands, guys, raving it the fuck up for a whole 8 days in the forest of Ohio.
But anyway, guys, you'll see you next week. I'll see you in 2. Arigato, hatafaku, and sayonara.
Sayonara, minasan.
Bye bye.
Welcome to Talk the Kēki.